Greetings, humanity. We have returned. I am Jim, and here with me is Lucci. Hello.
Hello. How are you, friend?
I am good, friend. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Did you have a lovely holiday?
Yes, I had a holiday.
Me too.
Excellent. And actually, it was very quiet over here because I had I am isolated from most of humanity, so it's just mostly just opening things that I ordered and forgot what they were, so I did get the so among the things that came in that I just sort of left the packages until Christmas Day to open. I did pick up the Urban Shadows 2nd edition hardback, which I did not realize was going to be the size that it is. It's like your sort of 8.5 by 11 type deal, possibly slightly bigger. Usually I'm used to most Powered by the Apocalypse games coming out in sort of digest size.
Okay.
And so this was a surprise. It's right here. This was a surprise. Just the this is the, you know.
Oh.
It's like your standard nice. Sort of textbook-sized RPG book.
Yeah.
So
it's rare that they are. I feel like that they're that thick anymore.
Yeah. So I was not expecting that, and it's very nice. The paratextual elements are very nice, in the way that they've put it together. As you have your different your different playbooks and what have you. But it's interesting. I kind of it took them a very long time because they do not have the company got an account to do an account. They got the license for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
At a time when they did not have a massive staff. So, and then they had to prioritize that, and everything got sort of put on the back burner, and they were slowly trying to spin many plates at once, basically.
Right.
And so a lot of their Kickstarters just sort of their progress on them just sort of slowed down to a crawl because of that. I think that seems to be, from an outsider's perspective, what happened.
Right. It seems to be a fairly common thing when, especially in Kickstarters, when a company is working with not their IP.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden you have contractual obligations where things things can really screw you over if you do not meet them. So.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're doing someone else's stuff, then gotta take care of that first. So there it is. But there it is finally. I played and run the first edition of it, and it's one of my favorite PBTA games. There are things about the second edition that I'm not as into thus far, but I still need to more thoroughly kind of get into it, try it out, that kind of thing, and just sort of see how things go. At some point. Who knows when that will be? I have quite a long queue of games, but that I want to do. But someday I'll find the actual answers to that. Or the only time that things move in the queue is when someone says, "Hey, I would really like to play this. Would you run it for me?" And so I'm like, "Oh, okay, hang on." We shift these blocks around. That's basically been it there. Anything going on you'd like to you'd like to dip into in the worlds of gaming or video games or anything like that?
No, I spoke to you about Blood on the Clock Tower, and I was making, or I am making, tokens and want to build this whole like box and stuff for it. I think I told you that. I was in VR talking to one of my friends, and I was explaining the project, assuming that they had no idea what I was talking about. So, you know, very broad strokes, like, oh, you know, I want to, you know, laser cut this box and wood and do all this stuff, and he asked me in that very pointedly way of what game, and I went, son of a, you know what I'm talking about. You're just trying to confirm it. So I told him I was working at Blood on the Clock Tower, to which he almost immediately over Discord sent me a stream of pictures of him and the laser cut wooden box for Blood on the Clock Tower that he, as an engineering student, had just made like a few months ago with a buddy of his. And I'm like, oh, you son of a...
Curses!
And I would be angry, because he's like, 19, about to turn 20.
Oh, wow.
He's just starting, like, engineering school and everything. Like, he's just, like, one semester in, and he's in the UK, so...
Yeah.
1 semester in, 1 year in at uni for engineering. And he's very, like, I've seen some of his work and stuff. He's very talented. He's a little, like, he'll go far, he'll do great. But, like, he showed me stuff, and he was like, I am. He's like, yeah, but, like, me and my friend who did this, like, we are engineers. I'm like, it's really good. And I was like, yes, you're engineers, but I've been doing artistic things for 35 years or more. Like, I've been working and and do stuff like that. Like, granted, they're passion projects for me. It's not, you know, a job, but like,
yeah.
I'm pretty confident in the artistic work that I do. And you did such a good job in something that I put so much work into and have zero results for currently. So, I'm like, this is really good, and I really appreciate how well you've done, and also I hate you.
Ah, good, excellent. Well, it's good to get that going properly.
Yeah. He's got my competition flowing, so it's good.
Yes, there we are. Excellent. It has been some time since we did this. Like pre-holidays, I think. Yeah. Possibly.
Still in December, and this is, you know, the 2nd of January.
That is true.
It could have been longer.
Yes. That's fair. That's very fair.
It has, or I should say, it has been longer previously.
That's fair. That too is true. But yeah, let's sort of dip in here as we sort of return. I believe last time we died horribly, a couple of times, as we discovered I guess I guess we should go back to the premise of this game and try to remember what everything is. And that is that we are the playing the central mentality for a planet sometime in the far future. And they wake us up whenever there are problems, and as it turns out, there were problems. And we are on this we're on this base inside this planet that is sort of billed as kind of a utopia, utopian planet where they have absolute control of the weather and what have you, and something's gone haywire. There's an earthquake, and things have gone haywire, and people across the planet are dying as there are blizzards all over the place now. And goodness knows what other systems are failing, and we're sitting suspended in near cryogenic state, and we're just barely revived enough so that we can control the robots or send messages to the computers to control the robots to actually get things going and try to fix things before they replace us in a couple hundred moves. Because apparently we're not fixing things fast enough. Or it's just the sort of the corporate thing of, it broke on your watch, we're replacing you. It could just be that.
I mean, there are a large number of people presumably dying, so they have motivation.
I mean, that's fair. They do have motivation. It's good to be motivated, but I guess we can. So let's see. We are. Let me go ahead and display here the map as to where we are, and we can sort of start where all the robots are, rather, and we can start figuring stuff out. One of the funny things we learned last time is that we are in the central chamber, and as we discovered by having our robot Iris open the door there, there was this mysterious door.
As we unexpectedly unalived ourselves immediately.
Yes. As Iris opened the door, and it's like suddenly blinding light, and you can just see the outline of a short robotic figure before you perish. And so that happened.
Really, we were just saving the overworlders time.
Yes, clearly that was it. Because then we discovered that at a certain point, which I have written down, it's at about move 160. They come and open the door, and then there are 3 people standing there, and 2 of them are I guess techies, and one of them is a clone of us, because they have backup clones of us, and they just immediately go and get the backup clone to replace us.
This is just another version of Moon.
Actually, I think so.
There's another movie coming out with a very similar premise, like within the next month or so. I forget what it's called.
I think I heard about that.
But it also, I was like, oh, this looks like Moon. I think I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I have some notes, and you know what? Oh, I forgot to. I have some notes actually about Starcross. Some things that I had some sudden realizations. I don't know if we want to get into that now or if we want to save that till the end.
Yeah, okay. Whatever floats your fancy. I'm good either way. I think.
I'm just going to mention this briefly because it's not a big deal. But I was just thinking about this because you remember how Starcross ended, where it's also science fiction. We were in this massive alien generation ship, and we brought it to Earth at the end. Spoilers for the end of Starcross, the game that was released prior to this one. But you remember all of that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Something that I suddenly realized is a couple of things. Is that you remember on the ship itself, or attached to the ship, was this big sort of spider-like alien named Girthark, who was obsessed with human culture and was possibly going to eat us if we didn't give him more to entertain himself with. And I'm wondering, did we make a horrible mistake in bringing him to Earth?
If anything having to do with space exploration and movies is concerned, yes, we did. Just yes.
It's good to know. It's good to know that, yeah, that's the case, because the other thing I remembered is that there were grooves loose on that ship. Did we introduce grooves to Earth?
You know, on one reality, we did those things. On another reality, we shot past Earth and are never making it home.
That's true.
in one of the probably dozen realities that we created in that game, one, we got home and also doomed the human race as we know it.
That may be why, if this game suspended is in the same reality, it's about 1,000 years later. And this may be why the humanity went out to seek other colonies, seek other places, find life to make their lives on other planets, because there were grooves at home.
Out of necessity.
Yes. Someone lit a fire under them for getting off of Earth. It's all our fault. So this may be payback for us introducing... Everything that's happening in this game is probably payback for us introducing grooves to Earth in the previous game. I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
It's all our fault. But anyway... I also had thoughts about the game. I went back and I reviewed, and there were a couple of things I thought we might be able to try as we get into this.
Boy, I sure hope they're helpful things, because the only thing I came up with was sending all of the robots into the pit. and if this was a game for achievements, I believe that would be one.
Oh, I see. Just getting them.
Well, we lost our ability to hear. Might as well send our ability to talk, touch things, and see.
So just send all of them to this problem area where we lost Sensa last time.
Yeah.
Ah, good, excellent. I mean, that's it's fair. We may have to. It's I had some thoughts actually about when the humans show up, a strategy we might employ. When the humans I'm speaking as though we're not human. When those foul humans show up, around move 100, I've had some thoughts about things we might try.
So I assume we should be able to steal some of their equipment while they're in the sleep chamber.
Yeah, because like when they're up here in the sleep chamber, I was thinking, because Auda is already up there. I was thinking that we might have her steal the tool bag and come down to the library core and throw it down in there.
Oh, yeah.
They may not be able to access it directly at that point, possibly.
If we drop it down the library core, the plug, the power can pick it up.
I don't know if that's the interesting thing is I don't know if Wiz can access the central core, because we're plugging in from the outside. Because there is a thing that's like there are other areas for humans to access.
Right.
But it does mean they'd probably have to go down there manually. Or up there manually. So we'll see. Oh, that's another thing, isn't it? That's right. This is lower. This is lower down. We realized that last time, didn't we?
I thought it was higher up.
So did I at first.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It is lower.
But then, I think you realized before I did last time that it's higher up on visually on the map, but in fact lower down in terms of escalation.
But in drawing terms, it's higher. It's lower down because there is like physical space. Like there's the illusion of towering for the bottom layer.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, that might do it, because I remember there's this big just nothingness going down. I think. Although to be fair, we could only hear it, so I don't know if we know what's there.
Yeah.
I do, however, have some thoughts about some other things we can do once we get Iris fixed.
I mean, we still have no idea how like the transit area is, or all the like hydroponics control and weather control area. Like, we need to be able to fix those things, but we don't. Or
yeah, we need to know what's going on, especially like I'm seeing up here that it looks like the way through may have a barrier of some kind, because like this one did, and that's what that indicated. So
okay,
maybe.
If I'm remembering correctly, we need to go in, get Iris fixed. While that's happening, I feel like we should explore some of the areas that we haven't.
Yeah.
We basically know things. We know some things that are going on and will go on.
Yeah. I think that so to get Iris fixed, we're gonna need we're gonna need Waldo and Poet.
Do we need both of them?
Well, it depends on if they change which. I don't know if which fuse. If they change which fuse is malfunctioning.
Oh,
between.
I doubt they will.
Yeah, probably not. But and it'd be better than just replacing them willy-nilly. But I mean, we'll see. We'll kind of figure it out, I guess, as we go. And then I've also had thoughts about possibly getting Iris past the barrier she can't walk past, or the area she can't walk past. But that's...
Right, she gets stuck in the central chamber.
Yeah, she can't go past the central chamber into the angling corridor. But I did have a thought about a couple of things we might try.
Okay.
Sort of depending on how we tackle everything. So let's see. I'll go ahead and bring the game back up. And I guess we'll get started.
Yeah.
So let me see here. So first off, as we're restarting once again, new timeline. Planet-side systems are deteriorating. FC, filtering computer imbalance detected. Emergency reviving systems completed. You're now in control of the complex. Sensa says seismic aftershock detected 10 meters north of the beta filtering computer. Tremor intensity 9.7, projected damage, connecting cables in primary and secondary channels. I do remember we found a 16-foot cable in one of the storerooms, so we may end up needing to use that. And the filtering computer has all robots report their locations. And so we have Iris in the... I'm going to go ahead and just move everything back to where they were. Iris is in weather monitors. And Waldo is in gamma repair, which is like way down here. And that's a robot repair area. Sensa is in the central chamber, where we do not dare send her away. And Alda is in the entry area. And Poet is also in the central chamber. And Wiz is, of course, in the advisory peripheral, where we still have him. And there we are.
Hi.
I'm going to be spending so much time worried about Sensa now. Just because of everything.
I mean, that was a whole other timeline where...
Yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. It's just something in the beta filtering computer area. Something in the secondary channel. Something happened there that got her killed, and we don't know what it was. All we saw was "uh-oh," and that was it.
Yeah.
But
All right. So
in any case,
before your thought process,
yes.
let me go over some of my thought process, and we'll see where we have some overlap.
Okay.
All right. We have the monitoring centers for transit, hydroponics, and weather control. And we know that the yellow areas above the skywalk handle those areas. I assume the first thing that we want to do is get those under control, and doing that is a combination of maybe like going up there and see what those areas have for us, like in those control areas, like what we can manipulate, and using Iris to monitor what changes when we change things at those control areas.
Yeah.
That's my biggest one, and then whatever's happening in the blue areas where the secondary channel and beta FC and alpha FC and all of that, we should be able to have somebody go down to that maintenance access and do a repair. We couldn't reach something in there if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I'm going to be sorry. I'm tinkering a little with volume here. There's something that you said your volume sounds a little soft, just a little bit.
Oh. 2U on stream. Trying to see. Oh. Let me check if did anything bad. Like change my audio input.
Not to derail everything suddenly, but
Yeah.
and it's like I can hear you. It's just I may need to make some adjustments while we're doing stuff.
Okay. No, that should be correct.
Ah.
Did it change?
Yes, I can hear you better now.
Oh, so all I did was change it off of my microphone and then put it back on my exact same microphone that it was
good,
set to.
excellent. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, you piece of junk.
Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear now.
I hate PC audio.
Yeah, these things happen, alas.
Not as much as I hate Mac audio, but
yeah,
it's better than that.
Yeah. All right.
You'd think with the sheer popularity of streaming nowadays, especially over the last like 5 years, let alone 10 years ago when I started streaming, like when it was the Wild West and like everybody needed their own sound mixing boards in order to get audio to work even reasonably well. Like nowadays it should be better, and it's not. Anyway,
fair.
I digress.
It's very fair. I agree. So you're talking about getting folks up to the transit control, hydroponics, and weather control.
Right.
To try to compensate before we tackle the secondary channel between the beta and gamma filtering computers. Yeah.
I think so, because while we have damage to the filtering computers, the transit, hydroponics, and weather are what are causing havoc. So it might buy us more time.
Oh, okay, yeah, no,
Like-
that makes sense.
The humans may be on a timer that starts when the population gets to a certain point. So we may buy
Oh.
ourselves. That is what I'm thinking. That is something I could see them doing.
Yeah.
Like when the population drops below this point, send the humans down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can
replace
we
you.
can take a stab at that. Yeah, I have a couple of thoughts that might help us move. But yeah, we'll need Iris in order to be able to see if what we're doing is working. I think
Right.
that'll be important. So we got to fix her.
We had to fix her first, no matter
Yeah.
what.
But we could, in the meantime, maybe if it's safe, heavens help us, send Sensa up to the Skywalk area. If we wanted to. To at least give us an idea of where the energies are flowing, if nothing else.
Well, everybody, like all of the robots have an arm to do something.
Yeah, that's true. So we could do that, and hopefully death is not waiting for her up there.
Right.
Really like to free up someone here, but all right.
You're called Sensei. You can sense when it's coming. Oh, you fell in a
Yes.
hole. Great. Did you sense it?
That's the thing. Well, yeah, if there's no energy going through it, it's just not there, I guess. That's entirely possible. Well,
But yeah.
yeah. Okay. We'll see if we can. We'll see what we can do here. And I realize as we've been talking about this, I went back to the game view, so they have not had the map to look at, but it'll be fine. They'll have it to look at eventually. When I say they, I mean you people out there.
What? What?
All of you folks.
What map? This is the game. They see
Yes.
the game.
That's right.
If you're following at home, you're drawing your own map.
Yes, that's right. This doesn't exist. You don't see this. Okay, let's see. So we have. So right now, I guess then we're sending Waldo and Poet over to Iris. And then I guess we'll send Sensa up to a place. To the Skywalk.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember what.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to send Waldo?
Waldo has to pick up the. Waldo has to be the one to do it. Waldo has to pick up the.
'Cause I thought they all have something they can manipulate. They can pick stuff up with.
I think I'm trying to remember the name of the thing. The delicate extension.
Right, but we find
I
that.
think belongs to Waldo.
It's in.
We can try. I mean, if we want to have, we can see if Poet can pick it up and use it. Maybe.
Yeah.
If we want to try that.
I mean, I think we're gonna need Waldo at the control area, the Skywalk area, to manipulate things over there. Like because he can carry multiple things, but the only things we're getting from the supply room currently are things that are gonna stay there and go on Iris.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking I don't think we should need to send him, but.
Well, the only reason I was thinking about that is A, I thought the extension belonged to him, and B, the advice computer told us to do it. But at the same time,
all right. Well, that's
at the same
fair.
time, if we can see if Poet can pick it up and use it.
Yeah. Can we cancel their movement when we send them somewhere?
I think so. I think the command is just stop.
Okay.
I think we just tell them stop and they'll stop. Or we just tell them to do something else.
Yeah. We can send them that way and then, and try it since Poe's over there.
Okay. So we want to first start Waldo toward the Skywalk?
Sure.
Is that what we were saying? Okay. So I'll tell Waldo to go to Skywalk Alpha. and we'll kind of go from there. Let me, oh. Okay, there we are. Okay, there's that. I have too many things in front of me. Okay. Waldo, go to Skywalk Alpha. I'm on my way. I expect to report on arrival. Poet, go to... which one was it? It was either
I think
the
it's in the
sub-supply
middle
room
supply
or the... Which one?
I think it's in the middle supply room.
In the middle supply room? Okay.
I think so.
Let me go ahead and send...
'Cause I believe the delicate arm and the whatever, all the fuses that we have to pick which one.
Yeah, I actually, I can just... Yeah, doesn't matter.
Look at look at our last run.
Yeah, I was just going to say I could just have him west, southwest. But, I have this sneaking suspicion that it's faster to just give compass directions. But I don't know if that's true. So they're on their ways. I guess we could, if we wanted, we could... Auda heard some like a whirring sort of sound at some point early on. I'm a little curious about that. A low whirring noise barely detectable can be heard from the west. We want to see what that is?
Who heard that?
Auda.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's like we have a few moves, unless we want to just wait for the, robots to turn up. But I was thinking, while we have time, we may as well.
I'm pretty sure this game is very much like having the right thing in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. So let's see. Decontamination chamber. A small hissing can be detected overhead, as if a small port leaked a semi-liquid compound. Ooh.
Okay.
Auditory circuits activated. As much as I can be any place, I'm here at the middle supply room. Okay, Poet, look. From junk we spring to junk we go. Contained spirits like thoughts fly from reach. The basket of goodies for Grandma contains a brain plane, a brain quartet, a brain trio, a brain 2, a brain zip. There is a 16-inch cable here. It is something we can all grasp, something to embrace, whose presence I detect. Take extension.
Right.
Taken. Poet, wear extension. I'm not equipped to do that.
Okay.
Alas. But at least you can carry it to where Iris is, so that if we do we want to reroute Waldo, or do we want to?
Yeah, we can reroute Waldo.
Okay.
You remembered correctly.
Yay! Waldo, go to Iris. Weather monitors establishing path. I'm on my way. Expect report on arrival. Okay. And I guess we can have Poet then go to Iris as well. They'll just meet up there.
I believe. Does Poet have 2 extensions or just 1? I can't remember if he can hold 1 or 2 things.
Good question. Let me grab that. Poet. In addition to his touching extension, Poet has been provided with 3 grasping extensions.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I believe it is going to be a brain zip that we want to grab. I think it was the last thing. It's either a brain zip or a brain 2.
Okay. Well, I can have him pick up both. I mean, maybe he can pick up the basket.
Oh, yeah.
Poet, take basket. I have a free extension, but I'm not strong enough to carry that and what I'm carrying. Okay. Do we want him to grab the just the brain zip and the brain 2?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
He's taking them.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those two.
Okay. This will be funny to find out just what these things are. He sees the world so strangely. Okay, sending him to Iris.
Yeah. Because I remember when we had two things interact with objects before.
Yeah.
They list them in the same order. Like they find them in the same order.
They typically do. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. In the meantime, while we're waiting for them to arrive, let's see. What did Auda tell us about that thing?
There's a leak.
There's a
semi-liquid.
A small hissing can be detected overhead as if a small port leaked to semi-liquid compound. I can try to have Auda look around or listen around and kind of see if she can tell us more. Decontamination chamber. A small hissing can be detected overhead as if a small port leaked to semi-liquid compound. Examine port. I perceive nothing special about the small port. There's a small port in that room without a. Poet, as much as I can be any place, I'm here at the weather monitors. Yeah, I guess there's not much else we can find out about that. Unless you've got any other thoughts as far as the leak is concerned.
We can have Sensa, or not Sensa, Auto touch the port, grab the port.
Open the port. I don't know, touch port. I don't know if that'll do much. Not me, man. Better ask someone else. Sensa is telling us secondary tremor detected in lower level, intensity 7.3. Projected damage cooling systems for the FCs and maintenance area. So that's the secondary tremor.
Okay.
So let me see here. Yeah, that was the weird part, is that when we looked at the maintenance area, when we had robots in here, there was a wheel up on the wall out of reach, and there were some like knobbly things along the ceiling, I guess, or overhead. There was a hissing of there was a mist rising up.
Right.
And that was like all we could see. I do have a thought about how to get to that wheel, though, maybe. I don't know if this is possible, but I'm wondering if, when we send Waldo in that direction, because he picks up the ramp and puts it down over the steps, right?
Right.
I am wondering if he can pick the ramp back up and continue to take it with him. I don't know if it's doable.
Losing.
Oh.
I lost audio from you like 100%.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah. But you were like sending him to pick the ramp back up, and I assume moving it somewhere else to put the ramp down. But
yes. I was thinking about using that in the maintenance area to see if that makes it possible to reach the wheel up on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, when we move the ramp, yeah, we can try it. That would.
When we get to that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if we can get much more information about this port. I don't think there's much else to listen to here, basically. Do we want to just leave out of here for right now, or do we want to move her?
I'm not sure. Actually, I think using the northeast southwest for each of them might be good, and we should, as they move into different rooms, look in the rooms to see if there's items that we're missing or haven't seen yet. Because I just thought, not that it is, Waldo could have looked in the repair areas, the alpha, beta, and gamma repair areas.
Yeah.
And there might be like a patch to fix a pipe, or like a hiss, a leaking pipe, or whatever. There might be stuff in those rooms that we just immediately skipped.
That is true. So let me see where Waldo is right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Waldo's already made it to the central chamber.
Okay.
The hollow column running from floor to ceiling. Column reflects sonar evenly, indicating no distinguishing features. So that's where we are with that. In the room with me is Sensa. Do we want to try sending Sensa somewhere? Heavens help us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Sensa can tell us what the different things are. Or, yeah. Because between Iris and Waldo, we were able to determine which brain piece we needed for Iris.
Yes. So where did we want to put Sensa?
I mean, maybe we can send her to Alpha Repair. Maybe she can at least like give us an inventory of what's in there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. The Sensa, go to Alpha Repair. Okay, order input acknowledged, output on arrival. Waldo, internal mapping indicates arrival at the weather monitors. Okay.
Okay. Now we can take apart Iris's brain and replace it.
Let's see. Poet, give extension to Waldo. Given. Open panel. Okay. Waldo, where extension? Waldo, open panel. When I open the smooth metal panel, I detect a smooth device, a bumpy device, and a rough device.
I think it's the rough device that...
Yeah. Hang on. Iris? Look. Visual and function, non-functional. Okay. I just want to make sure that was still happening. I mean, I'm sure it is, but Poet, touch. It was the rough device. Touch rough device. Electrons can no longer find flow paths through this brain. Yeah, there it is. And he calls them brains.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Poet. Look in panel. A brain 0, a brain 2, a brain 1.
Oh.
So we actually need to get the brain 1.
Was there a brain Uno in the supply room?
I hope so. I can look back. No.
Yeah, I didn't think there was. Oh. Who knows?
So it might just be it might be a different kind of brain, but they're both. Let me check something. Poet, give brains to Waldo. Poet, drop brain 2 and brain zip. Actually, hang on. Waldo has many hands. Poet, give brain 2 and brain zip to Waldo.
Okay.
Waldo, inventory. A smooth object and a bumpy object. We need a rough object. So I think I'm going to send Waldo back to get the basket.
Yeah.
So go to middle supply room.
Yep.
Okay. On my way, expect a report on arrival. Okay. There are so many things happening.
Yeah.
Let's see where Sensa is right now. Sensa is in alpha repair. Strong electrical interference can be detected within this environment. The conveying mechanism is not in motion. There's a conveyor. There's like a conveyor belt here, I guess.
Oh, but she already made it to alpha repair.
Yeah. Looks like.
Okay.
We want to send her into beta and gamma, or?
Yeah, strong electrical interference, so she may not be the best to be able to tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and then the conveyor belt, which I assume is the rectangle on the right, is not moving. Okay, but yeah, let's send her to beta and gamma and see what's there.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll go ahead and have her move south. Okay, south. I detect slight vibrational activity from a conveying mechanism. The conveying mechanism is not in motion. But that's beta repair.
Right.
Waldo is in the supply room.
Alright, so we'll have him get the basket.
Let me see if he can take the basket. Taken, yes. There is a rough object in there. Put objects, all objects, in basket.
Okay.
And go to Iris weather monitors. Okay.
And then sends us south again.
Sends us south. Vibrational activity and electrical emanations detected from the north are stronger than those in the immediate vicinity. The conveying mechanism is not in motion. A large object emits strange flows. Its surface a tracery of filament-like circuitry. The circuitry is concentrated near the center of one side. Interesting. The, if I recall correctly, I'm gonna, as I open up my notes here, this is gamma repair.
Right.
Waldo in the previous game detected this as a large hollow object. A large object hollow. Yeah.
So we can probably take something that is broken, put it in there, and have it be fixed. But it has to go down the conveyor. I believe, like, would be my assumption on how that works.
That makes sense. If the order of operations is alpha repair, beta repair, gamma repair.
Right.
Then that, you put something in there in alpha repair and it's supposed to come down through to beta repair and then to gamma repair. Although beta repair is the only place where the conveyor belt's moving, I guess.
Well, it's not. It's vibrating. It's still not moving.
Oh, vibrating. There. That's true. It's not actually moving. It's vibrating. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if we take the broken object, bring it to gamma, put it in the hole, and then have the conveyor belt move it up to alpha where it's fixed. Like, I'm wondering if beta figures out what's wrong with it and alpha fixes it, or
Oh,
that's just my
yeah.
thought process, because it has
Yeah,
a
maybe.
hole where something goes in,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the conveyor would move it up, presumably to beta, where it's vibrating, or she's getting some sort of vibrating. Or that beta's where it actually gets fixed, and alpha's where the fixed parts, come out.
That makes sense. Also, of course, we could see if Wiz can plug in somewhere and tell us about these things. I don't know if it's possible or not.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that in the meantime. Do we want to send Sensa up to Skywalk?
Yeah, I think that was the thing we were planning to do initially.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and save here.
Cool.
Owing to my paranoia. We're at 16 moves. And so, Sensa go to, I think I'm gonna say Skywalk Alpha.
Yeah.
Just to start out, and we'll sort of see where things go. Go to Skywalk Alpha. Okay, order input, acknowledge output on arrival. Waldo is at the weather monitors. Good.
Which means he's back at Iris, so...
Yes. So, Waldo... take rough object. Hang on. I have forgotten if we've already unplugged the...
I don't think we have.
Okay, so Waldo... Remove rough... What was it called? Rough device. Okay. So, Waldo, remove rough device. Waldo, what's the second panel? Waldo, put rough object in panel. And Iris interrupt. Oh, that felt good. Close my panel. Okay. Waldo, close panel. Iris, you never looked so good. Okay, Iris can see things now.
Okay.
Which is good. I had a thought.
Okay.
First of all, that involved the possibility. My first thought was that when we were initially trying a bunch of things, I went back and I watched, and when we were trying a bunch of things, I at one point tried to have Waldo pick up Iris, and I said, like, Waldo, get Iris, but I didn't put a comma in there.
Okay.
So I was thinking about trying that.
Okay.
To see if it's actually possible to pick her up using that. This may not be possible. Extensions have their limitations, and you just hit mine. Okay. Here's the other thing. I know that Waldo can pick up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I had Waldo go and stand on the ramp.
Right.
I am wondering if we bring the ramp in, we have Iris stand on the ramp, and we have Waldo pick up the ramp.
Yeah? You're trying to... Try... Okay.
I don't know if that would work. But just as a way to, like, carry her around so that she can see the other places.
That sounds exceptional. And I think the way this is laid out, Iris is only meant to look at the monitors, but I'm willing to try.
Who knows?
I'm always open to breaking a game.
Sure, absolutely.
What's the worst can happen? Force close.
Yeah.
Restart the app.
That's fair. Let me see. Where are we? We're at scores. We're at move set. We're at move 42. Actually, I'm sorry. I had said yeah. I'm going to save this again because I was not thinking.
Yeah.
I only got like 50 moves before they show up. And I need to take inventory again. Okay. I am grasping a rough device, a hollow container. The hollow container contains these 4 objects. Okay. I think we can drop the basket and the device here, because I don't think he needs it anywhere else right now. I can't remember which room the ramp was in. I think it might be the one to the south.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sub-supply room. Sonar detects totally irregular patterns on the walls as if shelving had been mounted here. Yes, a slanting object seems distinct from the surrounding jumble of debris. Sonar detects a broken platform on the floor in an irregular heap. That's a shelf. Get ramp. Okay, Sensa is at Skywalk Alpha.
All right, let's have her look around.
Sensa, look. Sensory receptors detect incredible electrical and ionic disturbances coming from the north of here. That sounds dangerous.
Let's have Iris look at the weather monitor.
Okay.
So we should be able to have some correlation between.
Yeah, let me see. All around me, I see meters indicating the state of the weather conditions on all 3 planet-side continents. The monitors for surface weather show temperature 26, winds 70, precipitation a blinding snowstorm, tower pressures, Tower 1, 55, Tower 2, 20, Tower 3, 55. In the room with me is Poet. There's a blue chip here. There's a little wire basket here. The little wire basket contains a yellow IC, a red IC, a plaid IC, a green IC.
Tower 1, 2, 3.
I guess Tower 2 is having a problem.
Yeah,
Bitch.
you know why? I feel like that's the secondary channel.
Yeah, that's. Well, it's the beta. It's the beta.
The beta FC.
Yeah, it's the beta filtering computer. So that's that's the one that got hit. We might need to bring the cable over there. There's a 16-foot cable. We might end up needing to bring over there when we fix it, but because there's supposed to be cabling in the secondary channel, but also over there is death. So we have to be careful. Sort of, as we figure this out. As we're just sort of looking at this. So I guess at this point we just need more information.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be like another information gathering run.
Yeah, probably.
Mhm. All right. I guess let's just move Sensa to Beta and Gamma and look to see what's north.
To the skywalk, other skywalks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since west and sensory receptors, skywalk beta sensory receptors detect incredible electrical and ionic disturbances coming from the north of here. Similar disturbances can be detected from the east and west. Interesting.
Okay.
Do we keep going?
Yeah, we'll just confirm that it's basically the same thing at all
I have
three.
her look just in case there's anything else here.
Sure.
Nope. All right. West. Sensors, receptors detect incredible electrical and ionic disturbances coming from the north of here.
I think the way this is working is if we send them to a location, they do not look when they get there. But if we send them northeast, southwest, they look every time they enter in the new area.
I think yes, for some of that at least, yeah. Yeah, they might be on verbose. I don't know. Here, let me do that. We don't know that word. Okay, never mind. That's not in this game. Do we want to move? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I guess we need to send her somewhere else then.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to get her to go north and see if anything happens in transit control.
I mean, I go ahead and save and then do that. With all those disturbances, I feel like we're gonna lose her again.
This is fair. Why do we use Sensa as our canary in the cage?
We need her to sense things.
That's fair. When did I last save? It was like move 42. Okay.
Yeah.
Have we done anything important in these last few moves?
I don't know. Probably not.
So
really.
whether it's trying to figure out whether
did we get the
any...
ramp? I think we got the ramp.
Oh, we got the ramp. Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and save. Okay. Sensa, I'm going to have you go north. I am in a room which has 3 switching devices. Transit control area. These devices connect directly to the surface.
All right, let's look at the switching devices.
Which device do you mean? The first device, the second device, or the third device? First? I perceive nothing special about the first device. Look at all devices. Nothing special. Okay. I guess we can, guess we just send her to the, do you want to go to the other 2? Hydroponics and weather?
Go to weather. Because we have,
okay.
because we have Iris and weather. So if we just flip some switches
That's
weather,
fair.
we should be able to see a difference.
It's true. It's the second switch, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Alright. Okay. And Sensa is on her way.
Right.
In the meantime, I guess either we can start experimenting or we can have Whiz plug in and look for information for something.
Well, we know we want to put the ramp down in the hallway, so we can send Waldo to the hallway junction.
Yeah.
Now that he has the ramp.
Do we want to see if the ramp trick works with, with Iris?
You can try the ramp trick, and then we can do that.
Okay. Hang on, I'm going to go ahead and save here. Ramp trick. No idea if this will work or not, but Waldo. Drop ramp. Iris. Go on ramp. Iris, stand on ramp. Let me spell that correctly. Where is Waldo?
He's south.
Agnabbit.
Get ramp. Wait, or that. North.
Waldo
north.
Weather monitors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop ramp.
Waldo, drop ramp. Iris. Stand on ramp. Okay, I'm standing on the ramp now.
Waldo, pick up ramp. Get ramp.
Waldo, get ramp. Not while another robot is on it. Damn!
They know your tricks.
Oh, well. Well, that didn't work out. That's okay. We're just gonna send. I guess we'll just send him to the hallway junction.
Okay.
Unless we want to look at anything in between.
No, I don't. Not that I can think of. Oh, I mean, send him manually at least until.
Okay. What's the first room you want him to look at directly?
I mean, I guess the angling corridor.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
And for whether nothing's changed on Iris's, we just have Iris look again at either of the 3 towers.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's the
Tower
pressure's
2 is
dropping.
going down.
Yeah. Out of curiosity. 591,000 casualties. I'm sure it's fine. Sensa's on her way, right? Okay, Sensa's now in the weather control area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So look.
In a small but electrically intensive area, I can detect 3 variable potentiometers on a small console. The first dial is set to 55. The second dial is set to 55. And the third dial is set to 55.
Fuck.
Well, at least we know now.
Right.
That'll help. Oh. So, I am experiencing the old man leg cramp thing again.
Okay.
Perhaps we should take a little break.
Sure.
Real quick, if that'd be all right. And we can ponder some things and then start looking into sending more people to more things. But at least we figured out that changing anything at the weather control area will not help. We will see you folks shortly. Hello. We have returned. I am no longer in pain. Currently. Physical pain.
Mine's deep, but the pain will resurface.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
Right, yeah, so we discovered that the dials are set to where they're supposed to be set, so we can't really affect anything here unless we turn
we try the middle dial up.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. But it keeps going down, so obviously we need to set it to, I don't know, 100?
How high do these go?
I don't know. Our dials go to 11.
Yes. Power pressures. So, yeah, so right now, so when last we looked, it was at 18. It's probably dropping tremendously. Yeah.
After a few moves, and it was at 22.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, what 70, 75?
Set the second dial to, I don't know, 80. That should fix it. Never mind the leak and the things filling in the maintenance access area.
Yes.
All the things that we probably have to do before we do this part.
I'm sure everything is fine. Okay. Okay. Just saving real quick. Turn second dial to 80. The second dial has been set to 80. Iris, look at monitors.
And do it again?
Oh, no, it's down to 16.
Yeah, we'll see.
Still at 16.
Uh-huh. I don't know how many turns. Maybe we should.
Through the monitors, I can see Sensa in the weather control area. Nothing.
Maybe we should just watch it for a few turns to see if it drops.
Yeah, maybe. We can do other things in the meantime. We wanted Waldo to look around.
Yeah.
I'm in a narrow, long, straight tunnel with smooth walls. Okay.
Okay.
And so that's that one, and then we go, what is it, east or northeast, something like that?
Northeast, yeah.
Or I could just say go to the, whatever the next area is called. So
Bending corridor.
Bending corridor, yes. Although, east? I have approached a bend in the tube. One section continues to the east while the other section goes to the southwest. Okay. East. Sonar detects an intersection here with a small drop-off to the north. Hallway junction.
Okay.
Let's see. Should he go ahead and put the ramp down, or is that here, or is that?
Yeah, that's here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Put ramp on step. The solid wedge has been positioned at the step. Okay.
Okay. Let's check on Iris again. Have her look.
Okay. 19. It's going up.
All right.
This might work.
All right. Do we want to send Iris over to the hydroponics monitors? And maybe we'll go into that room and see if we can...
Oh, okay.
Because there's stuff wrong in every room, so we gotta, like, do something.
I mean, fair. Got it. Good looking. I'll let you know when I get there. Yeah. We are a frozen person in a tube. Why are our robots harassing us? We're going to call HR about this.
We're not really moving just like them. So
yeah, that's fair. HR are the ones who come in and replace us with a clone if we complain. So let's see let's see. So we've got Waldo. I've moved Waldo to the hallway junction. We're sending Iris to hydroponics. Poet is still down in weather monitors currently.
Sensa and Iris are going to hydroponics, right?
Well, Sensa's in hydroponics control.
Well, did we send her though there?
Oh, that's right. We need to do that. Oh, I just moved the token without. Okay, I guess we could do that. Okay. Iris is at the hydroponics monitors.
All right. So let's see what's going on there.
Okay. Through the monitors, I can see the following information: level, setting, and output. Water level is 70. Its setting is 70. Output is equals. Minerals 30. Setting 30. Output equals. Lighting 50. Setting 50, output equals. Food tons 100, output optimal. So it looks like that hasn't broken yet.
Okay.
If I'm reading this right.
Alright, well then maybe we should get Iris and Sensa to the transit control and see.
See if anything's going crazy there.
Yeah.
Alright. There were Yes, true. There were like 3 switches there, right? In transit control. Okay. I guess we could have Sensa look at the hydroponics control when she gets there.
Yeah.
Because she had to go like 1, 2, 3 moves to get there. Or I could just. Or do you want me to reroute her now?
No, she can look. She can look, but it's not a problem currently. We don't think.
Yeah. Let's see, Skywalk Beta. Let me go ahead and get the information for where she is now. Hydroponics control area. I'm in a small room whose primary purpose is obvious by tracing the flow of electrons. The 3 levers before me are linked to the hydroponics section, and they control the nutrient levels in the hydroponics tanks. The first lever is set to 70, the second lever is set to 30, and the third lever is set to 50.
Right.
So that's where they should be.
Well, they're
so I
not
guess send her to transit? Or go ahead.
I mean, they're not optimal though. The food tons is optimal. Oh.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But are the water, mineral, and lighting going into developing the food tons?
I think they are, actually.
Okay. All right. So then, so we should leave this alone.
Yeah.
And move both of them. Yeah, move both of them to transit control.
Yeah, okay. So I'll send Sensa first since it's going to take her longer.
Yeah.
I think. Go to transit control area.
One move longer.
Yeah. Alright. And secondary tremor detected by filtering computers, intensity 8.4, projected damage, automatic control for surface transportation, automatic controls for hydroponics area. It'll be broken in a moment.
But since they're already moving, we'll fix transit first, and then we'll go back to hydroponics.
Okay, transit monitors. Okay, they're on their way there. In the meantime...
I didn't notice all these things breaking as we played last time.
They were, we just sort of were...
Yeah.
It was just part of the general panic and we have no idea what's going on type thing that was going
Right.
that was happening.
Alright. We can... Waldo,
Yeah. Like,
I feel like we should...
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should still, like, continue to look at this floor, this upper level.
Yeah, we could do that. Do we want to send Waldo somewhere?
Yeah, I guess the east one.
Look sonically at stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and setting this up. Where am I? I am lost. Okay. Waldo east. Okay. And I perceive another passageway heading off to the southeast from here. That's the southeast junction. Iris and Sensa have both arrived simultaneously where we want them.
Excellent. Let's have Iris look first.
Okay. In the transit monitors, all around I can see monitors which show the status of the transit systems on the surface of the planet. The monitors describe the following situation. Floaters airborne, 155,000. Taxis in use, 80,000. Glide ramp speeds, 35 miles per hour. Floater crash rate, 10. Taxi accident rate, 10. Glide ramp casualties, 10. Through the monitors, I can see Sensa in the transit control area.
Okay.
It's like the glide ramps and the taxis are having problems. I guess Sensa should, They're just levers, right?
I don't know.
It's 3 levers. I'm gonna have Sensa look again, I guess, if we don't want to go back and
Yeah.
deal with it. 3 switching devices. These devices connect directly to the surface.
Have a look at the switching devices.
Yeah. Nothing special. We did that already. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess it's floaters, taxis, and glide ramps.
Right. So we have
Yeah.
one 155,000 floaters.
Transportation on Contra surface is totally automated and controlled by the filtering computers. Floaters, taxis, and glide ramps. The floaters are small. Well, this tells us what they are. Transit monitors tell you how many floaters are currently in use, while a manual override switch is located in the transit control area. By turning off the switch, you can turn off the lines of force to the floaters. The taxis are usually robots, semi-intelligent vehicles which are guided by the filtering computers. They have onboard power. So the manual override system, a switch in the transit control area, instructs the taxis to stop picking up passengers rather than simply shutting them off. When Franklin was in control, he managed to figure out a method of getting the filtering computers out of balance, causing the taxis to seek out pedestrians and run them down. The glide ramps are similar in function to conveyor belts, transporting the bulk of the population at a leisurely pace. The ramps are speed controlled by the filtering computers and can be shut off using the manual override switch located in the transit control area.
Okay.
So it's like kind of off and on. Do we want to turn off like all 3 of these, or what do we do?
Well, it just happened, so let's have Iris look again. So we want to slow. Yeah, we may. Oh, I guess we want to turn them all off.
Let's see.
Because
yes.
Yeah, more have gone airborne.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all happening. Okay. So Sensa. Trying to think how to say this.
Flip all the switches
Yeah.
or turn off all devices.
Turn all switches. Turn since pull all switches. Okay, since I guess we'll just do them each in turn then. Pull first switch. I can't move the first device. I'm a little worried now.
Push.
Okay. Push first switch. Pushing the first device offends my sensibilities.
Okay.
Move.
I don't know. Operate.
Second switch. Why can't she pull the switches? Is she not strong enough? Is this a Waldo job, or is this
No, I don't think so.
The switches aren't working?
Flip first switch or first device.
Done. It was flip.
Flip the switch.
Okay.
Now have Iris look.
Oh, hey, look at that. The crash and accident rate went down. Line ramp casualties is still at 10, but
now let's send back into the whatever, the hydroponics.
My God. Well, it was at 40.
Yeah.
My God. Okay, yeah, Sensa to hydroponics. I feel like we should get ready to intercept the interlopers, but that'll happen, I guess. I guess Auda's in the right place for that.
Yeah, we'll hear them coming. Like she'll notify us when they're on their way, because she did last time.
This is true. Okie doke. Right.
And ideally, this will delay that.
Yes. Hopefully. Let's see. So Sensa's here. Sensor's in transit. We need to move her to hydroponics, so that's where we're going to. And I'm just going to be moving them right back. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway.
Well, after we've done this, we want to send Iris back to weather to make sure we didn't overcompensate.
Yeah, that's important. Hydroponics control. Is that right? Oh, God. I have to just look and see what the things are called. Control area. Hydroponics. Okay. Iris, go to hydroponics.
Monitors.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, they're heading over. Did we have Waldo continue his adventures while we're...
Yeah, you know what? We have to... Look, we both know this run is going to be a wash no matter what.
I mean, that's fair.
Let's send them into the blue areas and let's get some different measurements.
More death. All right.
I mean, hopefully not.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
We'll just keep sending them east, and we'll avoid the secondary channel. Where's Waldo?
I just named the save file. Where's Waldo? Okay. Reach a place in the corridor where the floor rises up to the northeast. Sonar can detect a huge open area directly to the east. And Iris and Sensa are where they need to be.
Alright.
No, Iris, look. Oh, poor. Yeah, food tons are at 45. So right now, let's see. Water is setting is at 70. It's at 50. Minerals setting is at 15. Setting is at 30. Lighting is at 30. Setting is at 50.
So we need to set minerals to 60.
Okay. Let me see. What did it look like before when Sensa was in there? I just need to know the right word.
Keep going. There.
Lever. Second lever, third lever. First lever, second lever, third lever. Okay.
Okay. So set lever to 50? Or no, lever 2 to 60.
60?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm trying to do the math. If the water level is at 50, and it's set to 70, we want to get it up to 70, which means we need to set it to 90?
Okay.
Right, I think?
I mean, that's 20 units.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to look like. And when things settle.
Oh.
And so if we're doing 20 units, then we set the third lever to 70. Well, the lighting is equalizing. Food tons is at fair. Minerals is high.
Okay.
So I think we can, it's at 45.
Yeah, so we need to set lever 1 to 75?
The second lever or the...
The first lever.
Oh, right. The first lever is, it's low.
Yeah.
So we pushed it up by 20. Water was at 50. It needs to be at 70? Is that right?
Water should be... Oh, no, the setting's at 70 now. So we want it to be at...
Oh, God.
75 or 80.
Oh, no.
They all started at 55.
Well, the settings were 70, 30, and 50.
Oh, okay.
For this one. That's right, they were all at 55.
Yeah.
What happened?
There we go.
Wait a minute. Something is wrong. No, they were at 70, 30, and 50.
Okay. All right.
There was something else that was at 55, but I think that was...
Okay.
It had to
maybe,
do with,
maybe it was the other
else.
one. Okay. Anyway.
But
the way it stands now, we're at low, high, and equal. So the equals, the lighting is good. So we want to set the water higher. Let's say 80.
Okay.
First lever to 80.
Okay.
And then we'll just do 55 for minerals.
Sure, we can give that a shot.
Yeah. And then have Iris look.
Okay, we're getting there.
Okay. Yeah. So
first lever to
90. Just jump it up.
Yeah. Set second lever to 40?
What if... Sure.
Yeah. Intruders detected in sterilization chamber.
Damn.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Okay.
sure they'll come through, and then Alda will need to follow them and take their bag. But let's see. Okay, yeah, minerals are low, but we're hitting optimal on food tons.
So 45 or 50.
Yeah. It's like not exactly a 1-to-1 on that one.
Well, no, it's that percentage. Yeah, which I was trying to do in my head. I get close, but
we got it. Okay, that's working. And now I guess we need to send Iris over to the weather monitors to see if we messed everything up.
Right.
Do we also want to send Sensa to the weather? I guess we should send Sensa to the weather. Yeah. Go to weather control area. Iris, go to weather monitors.
And then in this interim, let's see how many people are dead.
Yes, excellent. Oh, it's only 1,590,000 casualties.
That's... could be worse.
It certainly could.
It was much worse on our first playthrough.
Yeah, it was. That's true.
Like that number started jumping quick.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true. I guess we'll send Waldo further east.
Yeah.
Alda needs to be lookout. Some talking mechanisms entered the room a while back. Damn it! I wasn't paying attention. We need to send Alda to the sleep chamber.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hear you loud and clear. Talk to you when I get there. Sense interrupt. Sensory mechanisms match goal directive. I'm in the weather control area. Okay.
Okay.
You just have to wait for Iris to get to the monitor. Waldo, east. Okay. Sonar detects a large open area with 3 huge objects far off to the east. I can feel little things dropping onto my outer shell. Is there an air conditioning problem?
Yep, I don't know.
Yeah. The whatever it was that was wrong with the maintenance area. But that's below us, though.
Yeah.
So Iris is at the weather monitors. I guess we should have her look.
Yeah.
Okay. Precipitation, a heavy snow. That's still not ideal. Tower pressures, 55, 26, and 55. So it's higher than it was, but it needs to be at 55.
Right.
What did we set it to? 80.
Yeah.
Graspers are beginning to malfunction. Waldo, get out of there! I think is that acid? Is acid hitting Waldo? My thought is send him to Iris and Poet and have them look at him. See what's happening to him, maybe. Unless you want him to go somewhere else.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We can try.
I mean, yeah, I would send him to repair, except I know Iris can't get in there. Poet could, but I guess I'll send him to the central chamber. Okay. Alda is at the sleep chamber. Warning, internal mechanisms failing.
Oh, God.
Ah, there. Okay. There is a jingling bag here. Okay. In the room with me are some talking mechanisms. There's a jingling bag here. One of the mechanisms tosses and turns. Okay. Take bag. I'm gonna save. This is all terrible. Everything is terrible.
Yeah, we're gonna take a match to this run.
How to take bag. Give me that, you little devil. That robot's a thief. Let's get it. How to run to... I don't think Outa can run. Library core. So much for that robot. Too bad. We lost Waldo. System failure. Extensions frozen. Uh-oh, trouble. So much for that robot. Too bad. Cryolink reestablished Outa. Trying to get her to... Oh, God. I thought they were asleep. Oh, they were talking. Well, they were talking mechanisms, but one of the mechanisms tosses and turns. I guess they weren't asleep yet, or they were waking up. I don't know. I don't think we timed that right. Damn it! Okay. So, I guess we're setting a match to this anyway. I guess we'll have Sensa turn the second dial to 100 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, Tower 2 is sitting at 25 currently. A blinding snowstorm. Oh, the sadness. Oh. just going nuts. Hi, Unstable Deus. I was very curious about the text parser. It's not as simple as many of the other text parsers from the era, or even a decade later. Yeah, this is a weird one because we're controlling 6 robots, and so they were doing things very differently.
Interesting and also infuriating concept.
Yes. How far did Waldo get before he expired?
He got into the East End. Oh, he got. I think he got. What room was he in? Short corridor or the Southeast Junction?
I don't think he said. He just said internal system mechanisms failing.
Good.
I guess we could send Poet out to see if you can find him. This is not going to go well. Waldo is non-functional. Last known location, hallway junction. Establishing path. Okay, all lights are staged, so just continue. Okay. Yeah. He's heading there. It's not the robot control, but rather how it understands more contextual language than, say, the Sierra text parsers. He's saying.
Yeah.
And they're more command response. Yeah, this is, well, I mean, they always wanted to try, with the Infocom stuff, they always tried to do, give you more access to, like, adjectives and what have you. Here it's very interesting because there are a lot of different names for the same thing because each robot sees things differently. So it needs to know the difference between an object, a device, and a thing.
and a brain
and a brain, yeah. Just they call things different things. And we have levers and switches and what have you. But Aldo's at the library core. Ah, excellent. I can't remember what the thing is called. And so I'm just going to save here real quick. I named it Armageddon. Oh, gosh. I can't remember what the thing is called. The
core or the central
throw
core?
Bag into core. Sorry, but I can't hear any core. Throw bag. Thrown. Ah! It didn't work out. Here's a tool bag. Looks like the little bot dropped it. Just as well. Let's get on with this.
Yeah.
There's something about the core that's
Well, look at it now. That's already.
It just says there are talking mechanisms here.
Let me in the library core.
But that's the thing. We got a better description of this when Waldo was in here, I think.
Oh.
Because they don't respond. Oh, it's at the hallway junction. Life is filled with choice. Always make my eyes moist. The slanting wedge is positioned by the step. In the room with me is non-functional Waldo. Waldo is carrying a grasper. Examine Waldo? Aldo, by the way, is listening. That information should do the trick. Let's get the replacement. Yeah, sounds good to me. I guess that person really went over the deep end, poor thing. Sitting in that capsule can't be a lot of fun. Well, that's the way it goes. Great. I guess we're examining Waldo. Let me know if you have a thought if you want us to do something else.
Now, I mean, Otto, we can maybe next time send into the maintenance area.
Yeah.
Like they may not be able to get into that area.
I'm trying to figure out. Oh, maybe. I'm trying to figure out. There was the description of the library core. I thought was that there was this deep chasm.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know. Look at pit. No, there's no pit. Okay. Poet examine Waldo. Waldo, he builds and creates and wonders which are a delight to behold, and is about 1 meter in height. He's carrying a grasper. Oh, God. Touch Waldo. Sensory pads detect no abnormal flow. We have no idea what's wrong with Waldo. And we can't bring Waldo to someone who can look at him.
Good.
Unfortunately. I think it was just being in this area, being in that area.
Destroys you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So having acid leak down.
It was just like being even, it was like he made it this far. Right? He was in the
central core.
Yeah. Well, he was in the cavernous room.
Right.
And then I think it was at the east, when he got into East End, that he started feeling the things dripping on him, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah. I feel like we have to stop whatever's doing it in the maintenance access area before we can send a robot in there.
Yeah, we probably have to turn that wheel before we can do anything else there.
Oh, right, there's a wheel. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So that might have something to do with it.
What you were talking about, the library core. The central core is above it. So we can probably drop something from the central core into the library core.
We could, but
but that might be what we're...
Yeah, that might... yeah. You know, I'm not sure what we're supposed to drop yet, but it might help. Do we want to continue tinkering with the weather on this run before we get destroyed?
We can look and see where it is.
We're dying in in just a few moves anyway. Well, it's 160. We've got a little time. But 32. We've got a torrential sleet happening. Do we want to turn it further up, or do we need to wait?
What did we set it to? 90?
We set it to like 100. Yeah, since it turned the second dial to 100. I mean, we could turn it higher, or maybe it's just...
Yeah. I mean,
waiting.
Yeah, we can try.
Actually, hang on. So 32 at 100. Hold on. What was it at? It was 25 when the dial was at... What was the dial? I'm trying to look and see what it was set to.
I think our first move was to 80.
I think that sounds right. So it was like 25 at 80. It's like close to, but not quite 1/3, maybe.
Right.
Right. So
I mean, that would be like 150,
65.
Yeah.
If it's exactly like 1/3. Do we want to try that?
Sure.
All right. Turn second dial to 165. That setting is out of range. So turn dial to 150. No. Turn dial to... I'm just going to check to see if it can go to 110. Turn second dial to 110. That setting's out of... It may only go to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 100 is as high as we can get it.
Okay.
So unless we could try lowering the other two. I don't know if that'd do anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up?
I see our captions just went out due to a server error.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that's happening.
Yes, clearly there are malfunctions elsewhere. I'll see if I can please try again in a few moments. I'll see if we can fix it.
Okay. Well, mine personally have come back.
Oh, okay.
But I did turn captions off and then back on.
Gotcha. Okay. Just resetting. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay, there it is. It's back. Cool. If only this type of repair was easy. Was that easy? So like, yeah, the temperature 34, winds 46. I guess that's better than it was, maybe. Do we want to try changing the pressure on the other two towers to compensate? Would that help at all, or?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe?
We can always try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to bother saving at this point because everything...
Yeah.
Waldo has died.
Let's just try some things.
Turn first dial. Now, these should be working properly. So, turn the first dial to 32. Turn second dial to 32. Now, let's see if things get horribly worse. It's gonna take time. Oh wait, Tower 2 is at 34 now somehow. Maybe we have to meet them in the middle.
It may still be coming up from 100.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
We can just have her look a few times, see if it keeps changing.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else we want to try to do in the meantime?
Fucked if I know.
Or we can just wait. I can't think.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just have her keep looking, and then we can.
Yeah. Unless we want Poet to go and describe how horribly he's dying when we send him to the same area. Time passes. 51, 21, 55. I don't think that helped.
No, I think we went the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So set two. We want to set both of them higher. Second dial should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Well, that's back to normal. I think we can turn them both up, and that might help.
Oh, you think?
No, to like 75. Turn the third dial to 75 and the first dial to 75.
Okay. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Now we'll have Iris look.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Turn. What's the second dial? The second dial we had set to 100, right?
Yeah.
It still is.
Oh, the second dial set to 32. That would explain it.
No. Yep. Nope.
There we go. Not sure how that happened.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think we did turn, unless I did it by accident. But
yeah, you were specifically entering in 32, so
yeah,
it must have been a
it's
mistake.
possible I might have done it to the wrong one. Yeah, I must have done it to the second one instead of the third one.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Here.
Okay,
You're
temperature's
going
going
all
up.
over the place.
Winds are
Yeah.
going.
Well, so much for that.
All right.
The door swings open. You're blinded by intense light and incredible pain. They came in earlier this time. Just before everything overloads you and you fade from existence, you can make out the shapes of 3 humans. One of them holding onto the door of the cylinder, another of them looking exactly like you, and then everything goes dark.
All right.
All right. I guess we'll start over, or start from some point or other. Let's go ahead and get it up and running again. I mean, we figured out at least, that we can that to an extent, right? That we can affect things using those controls. So that helped.
All right. I reset everybody's relative position.
Okie doke.
Maybe we should send Poet up to the control areas to change the dials.
Okay.
Because I can't, especially early on, like, weather's the only one that goes down. So we want to turn those dials up, like 2 to 100 and maybe 75 for the other two, to try to normalize the weather some. And then when the transit and hydroponics go down, we can correct those.
Yeah, makes sense. So I guess where should we restore from? Let me see where we have. See if I can find somewhere as soon as we can after we fix
Iris.
Iris, yeah. Somewhere probably just before the ramp trick.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we were at any of these points.
Well, new run 16, I think, is after we did Iris, but it's not really 16 moves. It was
it's 36
16.
moves. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I just did all robots report so that I can figure out where everybody is.
Okay.
At this point.
Read it out, and I'll move them on the map.
Let's see. Well, we want to make sure this is the one we want.
Yeah. And I'll move them again.
Okay. Let's see. Waldo is at weather monitors.
Okay.
And is wearing the extension. Iris and Poet are in the room with him. So Iris, Poet, and Waldo are in weather monitors. Sensa is in gamma repair. Auda is in the decontamination chamber.
Okay.
And and Wiz is, of course, we haven't done anything with Wiz this this run, so it's still in the same place. It's still in advisory peripheral, and that took up a few moves, so I'm even going to restore back. To that point. And I think we had already fixed Iris.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, the container still has the rough object, so we haven't done it yet.
Okay.
So I think we just Waldo open panel. Oh, Waldo is at the weather monitors. Okay. Okay. All right. Waldo, take rough device. Should we start sending Poet to the these other robots to these other places? Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Poet, go to weather control area, and he's on his way. And where did we want to put Sensa?
I don't know for Sensa.
Maybe we can put her at the hallway junction at least so that we can
move her somewhere.
Move her somewhere else, more effectively, wherever we want to put her. All we know is the blue area is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Waldo. Took the rough device, put rough object in panel. Close panel. And that bit is done. I'm going to save here.
We want Waldo to get the ramp, go to the junction, put the ramp down. And I think we want to send Waldo to, like, the maintenance area, like, immediately and see what we can get him to do to fix things.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do let's see if we can figure crap out about with the ramp. So to the south, get ramp. Go to hallway junction. Okay. And Sensa's already at the hallway junction.
Okay.
So we've got stuff happening.
Do we have... Oh, have Iris look. Because we want to see what the weather's at.
Okay. Yes, 55, 19, and 55. That's an issue.
Okay. So ideally, though, the temperature is at 26. The winds are at 72. We're going to assume this is... We want it to be Earth normals. So we want the temperature, like, above 70. And the winds below 30?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy if we can get the temperature above, like, 45. Right. Assuming this is Fahrenheit.
So when we change it, let's set Tower 2 to 100 and Towers 1 and 3 to, like, 75. And let's see where that gets us to.
Okay. Might not even have been finished climbing up when we got it there, but anyway. It just may take a while.
It may not be finished dropping from where it is.
No, that's true. That's very fair. So Poet's on his way to the tower, to the
weather control area.
Weather control area. And Unstable Deus is asking, are our robotic servants reliable narrators?
Reliable from their point of view. they give a reliable perspective.
Yeah, they each tell us something different when they look at something, so it's
maybe not
hard to say.
Maybe not a reliable narration.
Yeah.
Definitely perspective. Oh, Lord.
There's a lot. Oh yeah. Reliable up to a point. We can rely on them to tell us things in their own individual ways.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, while we're waiting for everyone to arrive, I guess we could try... Do we want to try to send Wiz somewhere to give us information about something?
Okay. So we know some things that are going on. So if we get information on... I'm trying to remember what these do. Advisory is what he thinks we should do, right?
Yeah. Advisory is recommendations. Let's see. Okay, so like the index peripheral is I can read this. Querying this peripheral performs the following operations. The object is passed along to the central language core, at which point its name is matched against an index. If the name is not found, you'll be informed that the object is not on file, and no peripheral will contain any reference to it. If the object is found within the language core, it is passed to the index core. The index core then scans through the tagging device for references. If no references are found, you'll be told that no data is available at any peripheral. If references are found, you'll be told at which peripheral information can be retrieved. So it's just basically a, like, what is this thing that we've found?
Okay. So
the technical... Sorry, go ahead.
So ideally, we could have used the index peripheral to look at the tell us what the rough device is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That probably would have been possible with that. The technical peripheral. This peripheral can provide technical data on some objects. If you absolutely need to know how something works, querying this peripheral can sometimes prove helpful. Technical information is not available on all objects. So that's once you already know what it's called, that's when you query the technical peripheral. The advisory, or any of the others. The advisory peripheral, when you need advice and just can't understand what's going on with something, ask this peripheral. It is attuned to provide hierarchical information for newly terraformed systems. Or hints, it says. And the historical peripheral, this peripheral can provide you with historical references for certain objects found within the complex, adding a greater understanding of what these things do and how they interact. The library core, the CLC itself, is also accessible from the lower access area, but all interactions and queries here are designed solely for human interaction, which is why Auda heard them there. Whiz cannot perform queries from this area since there isn't a suitable peripheral for him.
Okay.
That's kind of what we have going on there.
Maybe if we get advice on the maintenance access.
Okay. So that's where he is right now at the advice area. So
yeah.
We can tell him to plug in. Okay. It's great to be home, plugged into the advisory pedestal, ready to process queries. Poet is at the weather control area.
All right. So, Poet.
Is it time? Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
These are levers in here, right? So lever 1 to 75, lever 2 to 100, lever 3 to 75.
Okay. I'm going to save it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what he thinks. Dials. Weather control area. Slipping and sliding. Turn the dials and we'll be riding. The first dial is set to 55. Second is set to 55. Third is set to 55. Okay. First to 75. Second to 100. Third to 75.
75, 100, 75. Yeah.
All right. I need to probably use the word dial. There we go. Waldo's at the hallway junction. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the third dial before I forget. Okay.
Okay. Now let's ask Wiz about the maintenance access.
And this is, let me just double check. Maintenance access, okay.
Oh yeah, I do have the map up, so I am trying to review
cool.
specifically.
Yeah, no, that's very good
the
of you.
name of each.
Yeah, he might not be able to do it because it's an area. Is the only thing.
Yeah.
But I can ask him about the wheel.
Yeah.
No data available on that subject. But he did locate the tagged object, but
Okay.
no data there at this peripheral. He might have more on that though, since it's in the system though. He might be able to find it at
So like technical
in one of the other two. Yeah.
Or historical.
Yeah, either one.
Okay. All right. That was a couple moves. Let's see.
Yeah.
I have Iris tell us how the weather's going.
Okay. 34, winds are at 60, raging sleet storm. Currently, Tower 2 is back up to 27. Which was... It was at 19, so that is an improvement.
Yeah.
I don't think the other two places have broken yet.
Right. No, not
They will
not
shortly.
Yet.
Yeah. Where do we want to? Do we want to send Wiz to one of the other pedestals, or do we want to move Waldo first? Or
Waldo's in the hallway junction.
Yeah. Waldo and Poet are both there. No, not Poet. Sorry, Waldo and Sensa are both there.
Right. Did Waldo bring the ramp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So let's put the ramp down. And maybe we'll send him and Sensa into the maintenance access.
Okay, the solid wedge has been positioned at the step. Waldo and Sensa go to maintenance access. Let me see if that works. Yep, that worked.
Right.
They're on their way.
Okay. We did a couple things. We can have Iris look again.
Mm-hmm. 62, 32, 59. Winds are at 57. Temperatures at 42. A hurricane-like storm.
That's better than.
That's better.
It's in the right direction.
Absolutely. I guess in the meantime we can send Wiz to the which of the other ports do we want to send him to?
I guess
Tech or history?
maybe yeah. Let's do tech for the wheel.
Okay. All right. Go to what's it called?
Technical peripheral. Reading and speaking. At the same time?
Simultaneously and at the same time?
Preposterous.
How dare. This, though, is where I suspect that it takes them longer to get to places than, when you... I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'd made it there. Plug in. Okay, Waldo has made it to maintenance access. Sensa's not there yet.
Okay. Interesting.
Query about wheel. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. If anything, I was going senile. This wheel controls the cooling acids which circulate through the filtering computers. It's acid. That's the problem.
That's why we keep killing robots.
Yes. That would be it. Death by acid is why.
I mean, we think. Look, Waldo had a much better description.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Sensa did.
Acid doesn't give off energy. That's hilarious. But it makes sense. Yeah, just the moment he said something's dripping on me, it's like, wait a minute. Okay, so acid. Acid's not good for you. Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got them here. Let's see. The wheel controls the cooling acids, so we should probably turn those off.
Yeah.
To fix the
Yeah. Let's try that.
Good idea. Okay. So what do we have them do now that they're here?
Well, we try to have Waldo turn the wheel.
Oh,
I think we did this
absolutely
before.
forgot. I forgot to have him try to pick up the ramp after he descended it. We were dashing around, trying desperately to do things. Anyway.
I mean, let's see what it says about it first.
Okay. So, the way Waldo sees this room, before I reach the end of the eastern corridor, before me high overhead is a strange combination of circular protuberances. Sonar detects a circular object mounted on the wall high overhead, out of reach. A small spray is also detected, going upward through the ceiling. In the room with me is Sensa. Sensa says mechanical devices can be detected far out of range. Sensory mechanisms can detect a low concentration of acid in the air. Why didn't you find that before? Its origin is directly overhead. Maybe it's because we didn't have her stop and look around in the room that the acid dripped on her. Its origin is directly overhead. Approximately 99.87% of these acid droplets are going up into the room above. In the room is with me is Waldo. Waldo is carrying a micro extension. Okay. Well, I mean, that tells us more.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we should send Waldo back to get the ramp and then see if he can get high enough. Because it very specifically says it's out of reach.
Yeah. So do we send him to the sloping corridor?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we'll be able to get it from there.
I hope so.
If we could get it.
Yeah. Okay. So Waldo is on his way.
Can Sensa reach it by herself? Is it out of reach for her?
Said out of reach, but
I thought
it's too far out of reach.
Okay.
Let's see how many people are dying right now. Temperature 52, winds 52. Still has a hurricane-like storm, which isn't great. We need the winds to go down further.
Yeah.
But
Tower 1 and Tower 3 have not gotten up to 75 yet.
No.
And Tower 2 is still going up, so we give it more time still.
Yeah.
What's our actual death toll?
Oh, yeah, let's look at that. 697,000 casualties in 70 cycles.
In 100 cycles, we were at 1.2 or 3 million.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's better.
Our score is only 9. It was like 21 then.
Ooh.
I think we want a lower score.
But we did have to correct hydroponics and transit.
Yeah, there was that too. So that was also a problem.
Right. Which are not problems yet.
Not yet.
All right.
So Waldo's on his way to get the wheel. To get the ramp.
Wiz is in technical. We ask him about the acid?
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Or cooling? Is it cooling acid?
Hang on, let me set myself up here.
Good old coolant acid.
Ah, yeah. That's clearly what acid does.
These people went to MIT, right? I'm just for clarification.
Yeah. They did. This one was written by one of the hired guns.
Okay.
This was not written by one of the MIT folk, I don't think. The suspended was we have the credits page here.
And I'm not saying an acid. Look, the pH levels of many things, the acidity is not necessarily denote that it cannot cool. It just seems like a poor terminology choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. The thing one needs. Michael Berlin. He's a writer. They hired a writer.
Oh.
Author of The Integrated Man and Crystal Phoenix from Bantam Books. So clearly that was the issue.
Yeah, I believe we've well established that we are the problem.
Yeah, that's fair. So, I guess that, I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out what exactly the acid was called.
Cooling acid, it's right above.
Its origin is acid droplets are going up into the room. It doesn't say.
The wheel controls the cooling acids which circulate.
Oh.
It's like 3 above where you're looking, not below.
Okay.
Wrong way. There.
Yeah.
Nope. Back up.
Okay.
A little bit. There you go. Stop. Right in the center of the screen.
Oh. Yeah, the wheel controls the cooling acids which circulate through the filtering. So we should ask him about the cooling acids. Is that it?
Or the filtering computer.
Well, I mean that's the whole thing.
Yeah. That's true.
Query about acids?
Sure.
We don't know the word acids. The 3 filtering computers are kept in balance by 2 series of 4 cables. 4 cables run through the primary channel, while another 4 run through the secondary channel. And again, we think that maybe one of the cables in there needs to be replaced.
Right.
Once we can get in there without dying.
So when on our first run through, we sent her to her death, and it sounded like she fell in a hole, but it may not actually be a hole, or it may not be a hole yet.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't remember it saying that she had fallen.
I thought it said she had fallen, but either way. So like I was going through like that there was like a gaping hole in the secondary channel that like she fell into and died from. But that was before we knew that there was acid.
Yeah. That's true. We're still at 52 and 52 currently.
Arcane Lake Storm. Is the 66 and 64, did those go up?
Let me check. They did not. No, we're still. I guess either not enough time has passed, or it's been.
Yeah, because they've been going up every time we checked. So let's go ahead and have him. Mm-hmm. Maybe raise them to 100 also, or do we want to go lower, like 85, 90?
I think. Well, the second dial we still are.
The second one we're at 100. I don't think that one's going to change anything anymore.
Yeah. We could turn the first dial. Yeah, let's try 75. I feel like maybe 75, 80 might.
I think we started at 75, didn't we? I think we're at 75 currently.
Oh, we are. So yeah, we can either. Well, I mean, I messed up on trying to set them both to the where the tower was currently, but I don't know if turning them back down will help or not at this point.
I don't think so. Both the temperature has gone up and the winds have gone down. So I'd like to try to.
It's a higher pressure. So I guess I guess we can check the extremes first. I guess we can just turn them all to 100 and see what happens. Or
you know what? Why don't we turn tower 1's at 66,
Oh, okay.
Let's turn that one to 100. Tower 1 to yeah, to 100.
To 100? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we'll
first
see
dial
what
has
that
been turned to 100. Waldo is at the sloping corridor.
Okay. So get ramp.
A wedge is positioned by the step. Excellent. Okay. Secondary tremor detected by filtering computers. Intensity 8.4, projected damage, automatic controls for surface transportation, and automatic controls for hydroponics area.
Excellent. All
I
right.
know that with transportation, we just need to turn it completely off.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do that first and then fiddle with hydroponics. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I guess we'll send Poet to transit control area, and we'll send
Yeah.
Iris to the... Yeah, we'll do that.
We
Okay.
can leave Iris here for now.
Okay.
Because we know if we just turn transportation off, that'll...
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I guess Waldo can go to the maintenance area.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Maintenance access.
Maintenance access, yes. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Go to maintenance access. Okay. That's happening.
Alright, let's have Iris check the weather again.
Yeah.
See where we are.
Uh,
Alright, tower 1's at
temperature 60, winds are 54. It's still hurricane-like. But the tower 2 is going, pressure is going up.
And the temperature went up and the winds went down a little bit, I think. Or did they not?
It was 52. No, it's this. Well, it went up a little bit.
Went up a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
It was at 52.
Okay. Alright.
Maybe we could try turning the first one down a bit.
Yeah, and then turn the third one up a bit.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Poet. Turn first dial to...
Didn't we tell Poet already to move? Isn't Poet moving?
Oh yeah, Poet's on the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure that out when the time comes. I'm sure everything's fine. See, we've got Whiz in tech. Do we want him to ask anything else while he's there?
I can't think of any other objects currently.
Yeah. Alright. We can just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think...
I guess we could ask him about the towers. Like Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3.
Okay.
Like, see what the pressures may actually do. Maybe we can get some better
yeah.
insight and dial that in better.
He doesn't know the word tower. Although we could ask advice about the
Weather control.
about weather control. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm looking for the when we asked him about the filtering computers. It doesn't. No, it just says they're kept in balance. And that one is. I think that one is called the weather. Controlled by the weather towers. All right. Wait a minute. Alpha FC. You can't find any reference to that one either. Ah!
All right.
Can ask about the weather. I don't know. Don't have any reference here to that one.
Can we ask him about the dials? Because technical is all about like they described it as being like the objects.
Yeah. So tough one. Hold on. Here's the tagged object. It's crowded in here. The simple dial with numbers etched into its surface. Great. That's great. Maybe we could go to advice with that. It does know about the dials.
Yeah.
And poets in the transit control area.
Okay.
These are switches, right?
Yeah. We'd flip all switches.
Okay. Axe and Hecky's drivers all control the flow and nothing falls except for those up in the air. But all in all, what's best is fair. They roam around in tough young gangs and corner those with metal fangs. They zip along and throw you free like broncos on the wild prairie. Yeah, he's clearly who we want in charge of this room.
Let's send Poet to the... Let's not do anything and send him to the computer.
Yeah, let's send him to the filtering area. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, let's just send him to just send him to the East End area by the filtering computers. I'm sure everything will be fine. Can't use multiple objects. We have to do them one at a time.
Of course.
Okay. Done. Waldo's at maintenance access. I'm going to flip these switches first, I think.
Okay.
Flip third switch. Okay, that's done.
And
the traffic is turned off.
Send him to hydroponics control area.
Okie doke.
Let's do the Waldo stuff.
Yeah.
So
Waldo put
drop.
Ramp under wheel. Dropped. Waldo, just get on ramp. Standing on the solid wedge now. Poet's at the hydroponics control area.
Let's have him turn the wheel first.
Waldo, he's already got it. Turn wheel. It's still out of my reach. Perhaps a creature of larger proportions would be able to help turn this thing. I was always kind of the impression that Waldo was the biggest one.
Yeah. Well, we only have senses there, so Waldo off the get down.
Hang on. I was hoping they could both do it. All right.
It's Poet, isn't it?
It may be. I have to tell you. So, well, it might be none of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is a seventh robot that might be in the complex somewhere. That's like... that I think was described as being tall.
Oh, that's right. They lost.
But, I mean, we can still try it with the others, you know. Wiz might actually be able to tell us who's everyone's heights. Maybe.
Maybe.
Query about Auda. 2 antennae, no. I know
Oh,
that there was something where we were getting height. And I think that was just when, I guess that was when Waldo was standing in front of Iris and Iris looked at him. I can't remember if that's right, but it was
yeah.
over there. We know it can't be Iris because Iris can't move out there. So I mean, by process of elimination, Auda has been described as little.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's any of our robots, it's either Poet or Whiz.
Right.
I mean, I could send Whiz up there and see if he can do it. That's all I got.
We'd have to put the ramp back.
Oh, that's true. I mean, we can make it work if you want to do it.
You know what? Let's just send Waldo around this lower level.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Specifically, let's send him to the dead end. Why is it a dead end? It's a whole extra space. Maybe the other robot's there.
Oh, hang on. Which dead end? Oh, the far dead end over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you're talking about. You're talking about the yeah, sorry, I'll show everyone. So the the area far left, upper left of the map. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. There is a thing. I just want to, and I want to save real quick. We first saved when they were here already. I don't know if we've been messing with switches. That's been about it.
Yeah.
I do want to do one thing. If I may briefly, and then we can restore back to here. I just want a confirmation on if there's a freaking pit in the library core or not, because that's been bothering me.
We also have Poet in the hydroponics control area, and
true.
We should probably.
Yeah, that's true. We should probably stop people from dying.
Yeah.
Is Iris in the hydroponics?
No, I don't
monitoring?
think we moved her.
Okay. Go to hydroponics monitors. In the meantime, the thing I want to do.
Waldo, go to library core.
Yeah, I'll have him get the ramp. I mean. Oh wait. And say get off ramp. Iris is at the hydroponics monitors. Actually, hang on. Iris, look. Okay. Food tons, 45 port. Okay, great. 70, 30, and 50 are what we're going for. Since, get off ramp. 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 Waldo, get ramp. Intruders in sterilization chamber.
Yeah.
Move
100, right? Yep. Okay.
Yep. Yep. I'm afraid so. What? Stop people from dying? What have these people ever done for you? And you keep dying, so I don't think you owe these people anything. I mean, fair.
We don't. We don't. But if we don't do something about it, they send these people down to murder us and replace us with their clone.
Yes. We've actually done one or two things since, so I'm going to save again before I do this. Go to library core because that was the thing I just wanted to look at real quick. How to follow mechanisms. and listen. Okay. Internal mapping indicates arrival at the library core. I just want to see. Before me is a huge cylinder, the CLC, which extends out of my sonar scanning range. Auda, I can hear the sound of metal against metal, followed by the sound of a creaking door opening. I've got the tool bag. Everything in it seems intact. Well, don't lose it, man. We're lost without it. We'll never pull the switch on him if we lose it. Don't worry, I won't let it out of my sight. I'm getting sleepy. It was a long ride down here. What do you say we catch some sleep? You really think we should, with all the devastation taking place? I don't have much choice. I'm not thinking clearly, and I really need to sleep. More casualties will occur if we don't take care of ourselves. Good point. Let's go.
Okay. That's good.
I don't know if it's gonna do okay. So I mean, you know, it'll help. I think the thing is cylinder.
Well, it said the CLC, it's the central library core, right?
Yeah. I think it was that it said it extends out of my sonar's scanning range.
Right. So that
Maybe
I think
it's
that
just
just means it goes, yeah,
a
it just
big
goes
thing.
up and then keeps
Yeah, it's
going.
not a place to lose things, unfortunately.
Okay.
Where can we drop stuff?
Well, there is what's at the end of the hallway? Isn't there's like a force field or something that we have to drop and then put back up? That way they can't get to the. Or can we walk through that force field between the east or the hallway end and the vehicle debarkation area?
Let me see.
I think I remember there being a force field.
There was a force field here at the
yeah.
Or some sort of energy field that was here. That we could see from the hallway end. Vehicle debarkation area, cryogenic area, biology corridor, biology laboratory. I would think they'd have to pass through to get that.
Yeah, but if we have the bag, they can't get past it. Oh. Maybe what's in the bag lets you through that field.
Maybe. You just sort of threw it through. Yeah. I mean, the only other thing I can do is to carry it to like the blue area and just leave it there. Let them get pelted by acid.
I thought of that too, but I know it's normally my first choice. Normally.
That's really just the question of how we handle it, I suppose.
Okay.
All right. Let me ask you a quick question here. Do we want to carry on a bit longer tonight? I'm good either way. I just need to know. How are we looking?
Yeah, I'm good for a little bit longer, I think.
Okay. I'm going to need to leap up real quick, just for a minute.
Okay.
And be an old man. And then I will be right back. Do we want to go to break for a moment, or do you want, or do you want to just hang out? Okay.
We break for a moment.
All right. We shall be right back, and we'll figure some more stuff out. See you soon. We're back. And I see that we have a recommendation that we should summon a T-800 to deal with the techies with the tool bag. I think that's an excellent idea. Unfortunately, we don't have a T-800, but it would be nice.
If we had a T-800, it would be able to reach that damn wheel.
I know. Have the Terminator do everything. There's probably one running around this base somewhere. So. What are we doing?
Let's go straight to, let's do hydroponics, turn the levers to,
yeah.
The second lever is going to go to 60, I think.
Yeah. Why was I going to have... We were going to have Waldo go somewhere, and I've forgotten where... Oh, the dead end. That's right. You wanted to send Waldo to the dead end. Do you want me to run it back to restore back and to recover the moves, or do you just want to send him?
Well, you know what? We can send him to the sleep chamber to steal the bag, if we want. Or we can just have Sensa steal it.
Yeah. I mean, any of them seem to be able to...
Yeah, we can send him to the dead end and then have Sensa run around.
Well, the only thing I was thinking is that it would be good for him to put the ramp in place, so that the robots can... If they need to run somewhere in the base, we can do that.
Okay.
But it's just a question of like where we're having people go.
Yeah.
We can at least
send him to the sloping corridor.
Yeah, it's kind of on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna send him to the sloping corridor. I hear the sound of metal being placed on the floor. Well, this is some sleep chamber, no frills. Don't complain. At least there's bunks for us, I suppose. I'm going to put the tool bag on the floor while I grab some shut-eye. What about the robot? What, that ear thing? Give me a break. I hear the sound of metal being placed on the floor. I feel like we should wait until we hear them sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, only one of them's doing it, though. Maybe only one of them's sleeping.
Oh.
But, we should probably at least wait until that one goes to sleep. In the meantime, I guess we should, figure out the hydroponic situation.
Right.
Let's see. Iris is told us that we are at 7. Yes, it should be at 70, 30, and 50. Currently at 50, 15, and 30. You figured this out before.
Right. So basically, I know minerals should be set to 60 because it was set to 30 and we lost half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So doubling it should correct minerals. That should be set to 60.
Yeah. I'm just kind of... oh no, that's right. The game stopped. There's no way to see it. Sorry. I was scrolling up to see if I could in the history to see if I could find it. We've got... yeah, these other two, it might just be 20 above. Maybe.
Well, no. So the first one should be 25 above.
Okay.
I think. So it should be 95. So we set the first one to 95, I think.
Okay. So
second
water
one to 60, and then at 30, that's 20. % difference from 50. 20% more than 50 is 10. So that should be 60 also? Right?
Okay. I'm not clear on the specifics of what's happening with the percentages.
So I'm taking it as the settings were 70, 30, 50.
Mm-hmm.
And the levels were 70, 30, 50.
Yes.
And they were equal, right?
Yes.
So if you take minerals, the second one, the setting was 30 and it dropped 50%.
Yeah, I mean, the 50% I can figure out because that's
okay.
the easiest one. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so 50 is a certain percentage of 70. I understand now. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha.
So I think we want water level at 95 and both minerals and lighting at 60. I think.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So, poet. Actually, let me see what he calls the freaking thing. No, actually, we don't even. Were they levers?
Yeah, they should be they were levers. Yeah, they were.
Turn first lever to 95.
I think 95. That's the one I'm least confident about, but.
Okay, that'll be fun. I can hear the slow breathing and the occasional rustling of cloth. Out of his herd. Is it now, or do we finish turning levers first?
Let's turn Yeah, let's finish turning levers.
Okay. Turn second lever to 60. Both of these are 60, right?
Yeah. And third level to 60.
Turn third lever to 60. Okay. Iris look. Water is at 75, minerals at 45, lighting at 40. So
I was just off.
Yeah, it's a little off. You just need to turn minerals down a little bit, minerals and water down a little bit, and lighting up a little bit.
Yeah. So if we go 90, I don't know, 55, 65?
Okay. I kind of wish I'd written down what we used before.
I know what we did, so.
Okay, so turn first lever to 90?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the mechanisms tosses and turns. Second lever to 55.
Yep. And then third level to 65.
Okay. Okay. Third lever has been set to 65. Okay.
Now have Iris look.
Iris look. Okay, we're good on water. Still a little high on minerals and a little low on lighting. Do we want to steal the bag yet, or do we want to hold off on that?
But the food ions are optimal, right? The food rations, or what are they?
Food, yeah, it says optimal.
Food tons.
Yeah.
All right, because that's what we care about.
Oh,
really.
okay, yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's at a sort of equilibrium.
Right.
We don't really need to fine tune it.
The lighting is low, but
it evens out apparently. That's good. So what should we do? Should we go for the tool bag, or do we need to do something else?
Yeah, let's grab the tool bag. Why not?
Okay.
We want to put the ramp down. We're at
yeah.
Waldo's at. We may want to do that first.
Okay. Outa. Take bag. Okay. You little devil, that robot's a thief. Let's get it. Where do we want to send Outa?
I figure either maintenance access they won't be able to get to her, or actual alpha repair, or the repair area. I think those are the two most likely areas they can't get to.
Okay.
Unless we want to try sending her through the force field.
I mean, I guess that could work if the things in the tool bag just automatically, by their presence, let you through.
Right.
Or if you can throw the bag through there.
Yeah.
That'd be one thing. So I mean, okay. So first of all, we can try this a few different ways. Why don't we just go in order on the map and just sort of see what we do, I suppose.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's go south twice, east once. Get into the maintenance access with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then see what happens. And just wait to see if they can get to her.
Gotcha. South. There's some talking mechanisms off to the north. Okay, but I have to stop following. That's okay. South. East.
Yeah.
In the room with me is Sensa. I can hear hissing coming from high overhead here.
Okay. And then wait.
Time passes. Hey, look at that. The pipes going up to the filtering computers have burst. Yeah, maybe the person in the cylinder isn't at fault. You could be right. Let's fix this. And then see if things return to normal. Okay. I hear the sound of metal like a wheel turning, and the hissing stop. That should take care of the leak. Let's go up to the wreck area and wait for a while. Fine. Meanwhile, I'll get our tool bag back. I hear footsteps as the talking mechanisms walk away. I detect the flow within the pipes overhead stopping and the acid leak stopping too.
They're the tall things we needed.
Yeah. The tall things were... The tall things were the talking mechanisms we met along the way.
And they're not directly going to try to kill us, right?
Not right now.
We bought time.
Oh my god. Okay, that works.
Alright, so if we send Iris back to weather control, we can see how that's doing. And maybe make some more adjustments.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, progress.
I know, it is. It is progress. That is funny. It's just that it worked, just not for the reasons we were thinking.
Right.
Which is often the case. So that being the case, I guess, yeah, they jumped the gun because of what happened with the last person that was in the cylinder.
And we just physically had to lead them to an area where there was a problem.
Yeah, yeah. So that works. Okay. So, that being the case.
So they're going to the activities area, they said, right?
They're going to the rec area and waiting for a while, yeah.
Okay, so then we should send Auta...
We should have Auta follow
back
them?
to... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That way we know, that way we have ears on what they're talking about.
Yeah. That's good. That works.
We literally have an ear on them.
So what did you say you wanted? We should put Iris somewhere that...
Oh, I send Iris back to the weather control.
Oh, right,
monitors.
to see what's going on with the weather situation. Well,
yeah.
And also, now we actually could fix the situation with the...
We can send Waldo... I think Waldo is still the best choice to go into that area.
Yeah, probably. Do you want him to go pick up the cable first, or do you want him to just take a look?
He should probably get the cable first.
Okay. That is in the, I think, the middle supply room.
I think so.
We should probably send him there. Okay. So that being the case, I'll go ahead and save again. Humans friendly? Ish.
humans, not the worst.
Yes. Currently.
Currently.
Iris is going to the weather
Monitors.
Thank you. Okay. Waldo, who has set down the thing, is now going to
The supply room or middle supply room? Middle supply room had the cable.
I think it's the middle supply room.
I think it's the middle one also.
Middle supply room.
And then Poet go to the weather control area.
Okay. Let's play. Oh my god. So Poet's on his way. Iris is at the weather monitors. Auda hears, let's play this game while we wait to see what's happening. What's it called? Starcross. Looks really good. Okay. Oh, that'll take them hours.
Yeah, just the first part will determine on how many planets they think they have in their solar system.
Yeah. And these folks haven't been to Earth for quite a while. They might not know.
Noobs.
My God. It's hilarious. So we've got them. We've got the robots heading where we want them to go. Let's see. Currently, Sense is still in the maintenance access, and Wiz is still in tech. Do we want to do anything with either of them while we're waiting?
Since it wasn't alive, we can have Sensa go look at that shield. I have a feeling we'll have to get over there at some point.
Yeah, so hallway end. Okay. Got it. So it's just so everyone can see what we're doing. We're gonna send Sensa down here. Okay.
And then maybe we can send her to the dead end after that.
Yeah. Okay. Order input acknowledged. Output on arrival. The Starcross reference is meta, but it gives me hope for Grooves. Yes. The historical game.
Yeah, I do not. It does give you hope for Grooves, but I do not see any way currently where we would run into a Gru.
Yeah, not at the moment. I mean, there are humans on the base now, so maybe.
Yeah.
If they're either spacers or adventurers.
Oh, God, let's just turn out the lights.
Yeah. Let the Grus have them.
Problem solved.
You just need to set the lighting down to 0, see if it does it in here, too. So we're waiting for Sensa to get there. I guess should we have Wiz should we send Wiz to another panel or have him stay at tech?
Do we want to send advisory, I guess? Okay. Oh, no. Have him ask about the wire.
Oh,
like maybe we can get some technical information.
Oh, here at tech. Okay.
Yeah.
We're asking about the cable?
Yeah, the 16-foot cable.
Okay. Let me go ahead and... Okay. We'll do that.
We may have to send him to advisory to, ask about the cable again, but...
Yeah, but I mean, at least it'll tell us more about it. Because what if we get a Gru to eat the other humans? How many deaths would occur from that? Two. There are 2 of them here. Not that many, really. That's an acceptable loss, given the way that they're encouraging us to think of humanity.
We're losing way more than that.
Yeah.
Without
Query
crew.
about cable.
I'm sorry, without crew to our knowledge.
Yes. Okay, we like it isn't enough that it's just the cable. 16-foot cable. Can't remember if abbreviations were used.
Yeah.
Doesn't know the word foot. I can't remember what it was specifically called.
We're gonna have to wait until Waldo picks it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait. Okay, poets in the weather control area.
All right. Iris should have Iris look.
Okay. Temp 82 wins 80.
Okay. The temp 82 is fine. Let's turn tower. Let's turn
Tower
dial
2 is
3.
up to 45. It's getting there, I guess. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Let's turn dial 3 to 100 or 95. Yeah.
Oh, wait, poet. Third dial to 95.
Sure.
Okay. Census at the hallway end. But,
and then maybe we should turn dial 1 down a little bit, maybe to 90.
Okay. Got it at 90.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. Sensa.
I guess we can just have her look around, see what she sees. Okay. Sensory input indicates the end of the southern hallway here with extremely violent force fields and electrical disturbances to the east. Sensors detect an egg-shaped object large enough for me to enter, sitting at the head of the long tunnel. Really? I can detect nothing inside of it. You know, I almost want to send Wiz over to the index to find out what the egg-shaped object is. But I'm pretty sure...
I wonder if it's just a maintenance tunnel that the robots can fit through, but people can't.
Yeah, maybe. Because, like, I guess you go into the egg and the egg goes the other way? Or the egg goes down the tunnel?
Yeah.
It's like a little... It's on a track or something? Because Waldo didn't find that there, I don't think. Or I think Waldo said there was an object, but we didn't know much about it.
Right.
Which is interesting.
But Sensa knows that they can enter it.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we should save the game first. Since enter egg. Since enter object. I am now in the egg-shaped object. My gyroscopic stabilizers detect motion.
Yeah.
Inside the egg-shaped object, sensory input indicates the end of the southern hallway here, with extremely violent force fields and electrical disturbances to the west. External map reference, vehicle debarkation area. It's just you gotta get in the vehicle, and the vehicle takes you.
Okay.
I figure we should grab the cable.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Waldo, look. 16-inch cable. Please query about 16-inch cable. No data is on that subject from the technical pedestal. Okay. Take the freaking cable, Waldo. Shall we send Waldo to the death zone?
To the death zone? Yeah.
I'm gonna send him to, I'm gonna send him just to the, to this room here.
Okay.
Or to just in front of it, basically. I think, or I think, yeah, I'm just gonna send him to the short corridor so that we can control this better.
So,
just as a thought.
if between Beta FC and Gamma FC, a cable is broken. Like,
Yeah.
I think we determined that.
Yeah.
If we replace that cable, if Waldo replaces that cable, then we need to monitor weather control.
Yeah,
and see how
we gotta
things change.
We gotta turn things back to 55
and readjust.
Or not 55. It was the 70th and whatever the numbers were
weather
supposed to
control
be.
was 55, 55, 55.
Okay.
Weather control is 55s.
Okay. Let's see. Currently, I think we've got everyone roughly where they are.
Hydroponics is 70, 30, 50.
Yeah.
And then we can turn transit back on.
Yeah, and although hydroponics, we should probably eventually get to the right place, but that's its own issue. Let's see. I guess Alda's in the activities area. Is that where she is now? Yeah. I guess yeah, it's the Rex area. Okay.
That's
cool.
the rec room. Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Are you just figuring everything else? Figuring everything out. Okay. So, let's see. Waldo is on his way to the short corridor to hopefully fix something.
We need to have Sensa look around the vehicle area and the cryo area and.
Gotcha. Let's save again. Sensa, look. So,
She has to get out of the egg.
Yeah, it has to exit the egg. Exit egg. Exit object.
Out?
I can't find a verb in that sentence.
Okay.
Go to... What's it called? Just to the east.
Oh no! Wait, no. Have her go east.
Yeah.
No.
Vehicle debarkation area. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I guess that's just it. North? Leave object. I'm not carrying the egg-shaped object. Get out of object. I am on my mobile extensions again. There we go.
Okay. Now have her look.
There it is. Sensory input indicates the end of the southern hallway here with extremely violent force fields and electrical disturbances to the west. Sensors detect an egg-shaped object large enough for me to enter, sitting at the head of the long tunnel. I can detect nothing inside of it. Waldo is at the short corridor.
Okay. So she's out. She's in the vehicle disembarkment.
How long ago did we send Poet to the,
Poet's in weather control area.
Yeah, don't we? Did we want to
yeah.
have him do anything?
We made those.
Should we keep people from dying? Is that a good idea?
Look, have Iris look.
Okay, 86 and 93. It's going up. Tower 2 is at 42 currently.
Well, ideally, we want them. Okay. All right, let's lower. Let's have Poet change Tower 1 to 80.
First dial, right?
Yeah, first dial to 80.
Okay.
So we still have a hurricane-like storm. We want to get the winds down.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we made the pressures too high. Because the temperatures has been going up, but so is the wind.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to get much hotter than it is.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Yeah. So
Do we want to change
check
the
back.
third dial? Or
Nah, we'll check back in a minute.
all right.
We're
Okay.
gonna have Waldo go east.
Ah, yes. Okay. East. Sonar detects a large open area with 3 huge objects far off to the east.
Okay. East.
Okay. East end. I have reached the east end of the huge open area. Directly before me is the entrance to the lower reaches of the Beta FC. Access to the other computers is available through the northeast and the southeast.
Okay.
So I guess we're just heading into the Beta FC and the secondary channel. Okay.
Right.
As we're trying to fix things. So further east. Beta FC. I am standing inside a structure of incredible complexity. A narrow tube runs to the north while another one runs to the south. Another tunnel-like tube leads to the west. South. Where we've been trying to get the whole game. Secondary channel. I've entered a narrow tube which rests on a north-south axis. Many cables of small diameter travel within this tube, side by side in a groove. Sonar also detects a small hole in the side of the tube. Above this hole is a recessed sign. I feel as though he's not going to be able to, but we could try to read the sign, I guess.
Yep.
I'm not equipped with the necessary visual sensors. Okay, we can't take it. So, I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
One is we send someone else here. We'd kind of want Poet to come over here, I think, almost, but as a possibility. To sort of test things, maybe. But another possibility would be to have Wiz go to the to somewhere and ask about the sign, so that the computer can tell us what the sign says, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Wiz is in the
This is an
technical...
advisory now, isn't he?
Is it,
Or no?
Is he? No. I don't think we moved him.
Did we send Wiz to advisory? Okay.
I don't think so.
Still in tech, yes.
Yeah. So ask him... Have Wiz ask about sign.
Let's see. This sign shows the access code needed for resetting the filtering computers. Those might come in handy. The thing is, if there's an interruption here, we'd need to find the interruption. I figure Poet might be able to find it. Sensa might be able to find it now that it's safe down there, but
Yeah.
don't know. If only we could bring Iris over there. Send
Okay.
one of the humans there to read the sign.
Let's have Iris look. Let's see.
Okay.
If we gotten any better with the wind conditions.
Uh, 8496 doesn't look much better. Tower 2 is now at 40. It was higher than 40. like 89 and 87.
What was the temperature and winds before?
Let me see. Temperature 86, winds 93. So the temperature went down by a couple of points. The winds went up.
Oh, so dumb. We're dealing with pressures. We want them to be evil. We want them all to equal 55.
Yeah.
So we need Tower 3. Like if we're keeping Tower 1 high, 3 low, so it should be at like 40.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Okay. So third dial to 40.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like 15 below its initial setting.
Okay. So that might work. We don't know. We'll find out.
We don't know. Yeah, we'll find out.
um.
All right.
So let's see. So yeah, we need to find some other information about the. So there are a couple of things. I am remembering that there's this other machine in the near where Iris is, in the main supply room, I think it is, that also talks about the codes for the computer.
Oh, right.
But it doesn't have. It's like there are multiple possibilities, I think, on it. So it's not completely narrowed down.
Okay.
As far as like resetting all of that. But I'm remembering that from our first playthrough.
Okay.
What's the IC for? Hang on. The IC. Oh, the little basket. Those are integrated circuits. There's that we needed one of those to fix Iris.
She starts out not being able to see, which is her whole point.
Yeah, it's apparently a blue chip stops working, so we replaced it with a blue integrated circuit, which is Waldo, not Waldo. Waldo saw them via sonar as a rough device and a rough object.
Let's have Waldo go south to the Gamma FC. Let's have him check this hole, see what he sees in each of these rooms.
Okay.
In the.
Yeah, it's we need more information about this area. So in the Gamma FC, sensors detect a small narrow tube to the north while surrounding me is a huge object, the Gamma FC itself.
Okay. And then, let's check out the primary and the Alpha FC, I guess.
Okay. Back north. There's a small hole in the side of the tube. Its diameter may fit a small cable. Huh. I wonder if we're supposed to plug something into it. I know.
Yeah.
Like we plug the cable in and plug the other end into something else?
I think there's a hole in it, and we stick the cable up there to connect Beta FC to Gamma FC.
Oh. It's 16 inches, though. That's not very...
How big is this room? We don't know.
I have a feeling the room is bigger than 16 inches.
I mean, we're
Bigger
little
than a
robots.
foot and a half.
We're little robots who couldn't reach, even on a valve. So we're smaller than humans.
Yeah. I think Waldo is like, I can't remember.
Anyway,
It's like a meter, a foot, a meter, something like that. But it's like, yeah, he could plug the cable in here, but not sure what it would do. And that was it 1.3 meters, maybe? Unclear. Not sure. It's too long ago. I can't remember. When like Iris looked at him. So do we want to leave the cable here or just have him? I guess he'll keep carrying it around.
yeah.
All right. Beta FC, which is where we were. North into the as we continue. Many cables travel each a small hole on the side of the tube, right below a recessed sign.
So I think we can put the cable that goes to that one small hole to the other small hole. Like, I'm thinking of it like audio cables. Like, we can just plug it in one side of the cable there, one side of the cable, but 16 inches, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna... I think we need more cable.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, if you want, we can try plugging it in here. I mean... I don't see why not.
Yeah.
"16 inches is a patch cable," in Stable Data says.
Yeah. It is.
Do we have any of these other cables that it's mentioning? I don't think so. 4-inch, 6-inch, 10-inch, 18-inch, 16-inch. Plug 16-inch. You've entered the zone of whose boundary. Well, gee, yeah. Plug in 16-inch cable. Put 16-inch cable in the hole there. I can't do that.
Okay. Alright. Then I guess we should have him look at the Alpha FC and...
Sadness and despair. Sensors detect a small narrow tube to the south of here, while surrounding me is a huge object, the Alpha FC.
Okay. Did the primary channel have... It had a sign also, right?
Yeah, they both had a sign. Each one had a sign.
Okay. But when we asked Wiz about it, he only... They both might have the same sign.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're both called the recessed sign.
Yeah. Okay.
We couldn't take the sign, unfortunately. I guess we could get advice about the 16-inch cable, but that's about all I can think of.
Yeah. We can do that. It might be a good place to stop and then like...
Yeah, that's true. And the only other thing I can think to do is send either Poet or Sensa in here to try to figure out where the flow is interrupted.
Yeah. We can ask for advice, but I say if we pause because we already have Sensa in the green area.
Yeah.
We can have her check all that stuff out, and
yeah,
we have other stuff we can do.
Yeah, there's more stuff to do. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pause for the time being, and sort of figure out what we're doing. Let me see. Do I want to? I mean, I don't think we need to save again. We just
Yeah, I
just
think
pick it
we're
back
okay.
up where we were. All right. Cool. That'll work. All right. Mm-hmm.
Did you want Wiz to ask the advisory before we go, just to see if there's?
Yeah, we can do that.
'Cause that's like one step. So.
Yeah, sure. I need to move him back there though.
Yeah. It's southwest.
Let me actually do this properly. Okay. Plug in. Query about 16-inch cable, I guess. Query about sign. You should be able to get it to Iris to see it somehow. There is something we need to do with respect to that. Well, I guess we haven't fully explored. There might be an object like a screwdriver or something we can use to get the sign.
Oh, right. Waldo wasn't able to get the sign?
Yeah, well here, it's Waldo's back south. Because like read sign, get sign, remove sign.
Yeah.
Pull sign? I can't move the recessed sign. And I don't know of any way to take a picture of the recessed sign.
Right. Alright. Yeah.
But it makes sense. Feel sign. No.
Alright. Yeah, then we'll stop and think about it and come back.
Yeah. We need to take the side of the tube. Okay. I mean, that at least tells us a little bit. Not everything. But yeah, there are like more areas for we can send senses in a place to look around, and you know we can figure more out there, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there we are. Let me go ahead and switch this back. Okay. Let us see here. The question is coming in, didn't Sensa give you the code? I don't recall Sensa giving us a code?
It would have been just before she died, and that was a while ago.
Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know. Maybe if we send her back over there, then we can find more out. But
yeah.
Yeah, there's probably something. There is a, like I said, there is a panel inside a machine in the area near where Iris is, the supply room, the main supply room that has
a bunch of
information relevant to this. So there's some sort of connecting thing here. We just haven't quite worked it out yet. So I mean, there's something happening.
We can look into that when we are in a time frame where we'll be doing that. Yes,
that is correct. Yes, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with our progress. I think we figured out at least getting the freaking acid to stop.
Yep.
That was very helpful.
The acid stops. We are. What's our score?
Oh right, yes. Let's see. Currently, score 15. 2,726,000 casualties.
Okay.
On move 180.
But we were at about half that 80 moves ago.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
for a previous game. So.
The deaths are slowing down.
Oh yeah, and do Iris before we leave also. Let's see what if that Iris look.
Oh, sure. Let me see if I can sorry, hang on. This Iris look. Temp is 56, winds are 70. It's still a hurricane-like storm, but that's better. Certainly better than it was.
Yeah, temperature dropped a lot.
What's it set to? 80, 140. So that's not a bad place for the temperature to be, per se. Assuming that's Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And we're kind of, it's getting somewhere. I don't know, but the tower 2 dropped back down to like 35.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a thing like we can keep adjusting and playing with, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna end up.
I haven't figured out the relation to the three of the towers yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I'm not familiar with equalizing pressure across.
Really?
An atmosphere. Yeah. No. So.
You haven't done this before?
Oh.
Oh well.
Let's try not to murder.
That's all we can do. Excellent. Well, sir, was there anything else you wanted to talk about with respect to any of this, or anything before we go?
I think I'm good until next time.
Excellent. All right. And anything you wanted to mention or plug before we dive out?
No, not currently.
Okay. As for me, what is today? Today is Thursday. So we will be doing this again in 2 weeks. We will probably very soon on Fridays be having more TTRPGs happen. We've got a we've got some stuff happening. Unstable Data says a table of inputs and outputs helps for starters. Yeah, it'd be nice for us to be able to figure this out. Well, I think we'll figure out a way to balance it eventually. But ultimately fixing the filtering computers might be helpful too. Eventually, but yeah. So this, we will have Trail of Cthulhu starting up soon. We just I'll talk more about it when we get closer to that. In the next, so we'll be doing this again hopefully in 2 weeks. And in the meantime, I'll just be going back and forth between playing various other games. I'm just sort of bouncing right now back and forth between Age of Empires and Frostpunk, and so we'll see what happens there. And I think that'll be it for now. We might go say hi to someone when we hit the end card. Feel free to hang on if you're so inclined to say hi to them with us. And I think all that's left for me to tell you, rather importantly, so it's as I am trying to remember to tell you these things, is just, folks, please remember that you are valid, you are unique, and that is wonderful, because variety is very important. You matter. So please remember to take care of yourselves, and remember you can absolutely give yourself grace when you need to. Please take care, folks, and we will catch you next time. Farewell.
Bye.